How can
Pedro's
Pedro's be the second best internet? Bam, we're live when he's all the way from Madrid. You in Madrid, Pedro?
I see.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow.
I have the first best internet.
Yours is actually the worst.
Fuck off it. No, it's not.
It is. Oh,
How?
look at already a warning. There it is. Popped up
And
on
we're
the
done.
screen. Good.
Dude, that was before the
classic.
30-second mark. You provoked me.
Classic.
Totally my fault. Who'd you vote for
Provoked
this
me.
year?
You spoke
Hillary?
to me.
Yeah, dude, I voted for Hillary this year, bro.
I can tell by the way you blame other people. Michael Halpin in the house, self-made training program. Taylor Self with the jittery internet.
Dude.
John Young up and close to his camera. Wants to be closer than me. I understand. Who doesn't? Pedro from Madrid. Caleb from all the shows. CrossFit Games update show. Good to see you guys. What's up? Everyone good?
Hey, we're not supposed to talk about NorCal tonight, are we?
We can.
You don't want me to.
No, I do. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Start off. In Northern California, who is Ben Alderman? Ben Alderman was on. Ben Alderman was on the demo team a couple years, right? Look at me. Look
I don't
at
know who
me.
that is.
Look at me.
He's the OG fire breather.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if OG, but he's old school. Northern California Classic. Ben Alderman. Who's the other guy there?
I can tell he's old school. They have a double fucking broad jump, bro.
Oh, do they?
Oh my god. Oh
And an 800-yard dash or something.
my god. Okay, I'll stop there. I gotta save it for Shut Up and Scribble.
There's another. I'm trying to remember the other guy's name. I can't fucking believe I can't remember it. He's a 2008, 2009 CrossFit Games
Didn't Dave
athlete.
Castro program half these or something like that?
Those ones on there from last year.
Yeah, that guy. What's that guy's
Gotta
name?
go to
Yes.
top
What's?
corner.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe I don't remember his name.
Let's find out.
Someone tell me in the comments, please. Please. He's
Blair
old
Morrison?
school. Ah, Blair Morrison. How'd you do that? Look at you. Oh boy. Blair Morrison.
Pooh Boy's
Alderman.
he's competing there, isn't he? Pooh Boy.
Who's he talking to? Sarah. Oh, how did it go, Mike? And he said, it was fun. Events are kind of silly. Good. That's all right. Look, I'm not the only one.
Lots of people there. Andrew Hiller there from BIRTHFIT. Jason Kalipa's there. I heard Dave Castro showing up. I heard Andrea Nisler's there.
Bill Grundler.
Tim Paulson, Bill Grundler, and it's a. I heard it's a big event. I heard it's what I hear.
Well, when they're giving away $25K.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean,
Money
look, I'll
talk.
just say this. I don't care how much money you're paying. I'm not going to go to an 800-meter run, a double broad jump, and half that other dumbass shit.
Wow, you're shitting on the programming. It's like that, huh?
Just because you can't jump far, Taylor, doesn't mean you
That's
gotta-
not true. I have the most unbelievable jumping for a white person.
Yeah.
Not
All right,
kidding.
Sevan.
I
Yeah.
got that
Yeah.
fat butt.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, my girlfriend calls me Daddy Dump Truck.
Hey, dump
Damn.
truck.
buddy.
The founder of Dump
Oh.
Trucks Hotties, Taylor Self. Hey, what's this? The proven guys there. Shane Orr is there.
Yeah, dude. I hope it says
It doesn't say that they programmed it though.
proven programs by Shane Orr.
Activations. They're doing activations of the Northern
Yeah.
California Classic.
Oh boy, he better. He's probably gonna put out another clip and be like, just so you guys know, we didn't program this. Russian swings are also in a workout.
Hey,
That's not like
what's Russian swing? Russian swing is not completely overhead. It's just out
Russian
here somewhere.
kettlebell swing. I guess if there's a way to do a kettlebell swing in an event, that's it. But dude, get out of here.
What's the problem? It's only 2 events. How many events
Okay.
are there? Why are you shitting on it? Only
There are
knowing 2
10 events. Look,
Okay.
I'm going to say this for Shut Up and Scribble. Let's just say this. The three CrossFit workouts are all the same exact time domain, basically testing the same thing. Reverse Fran, 50 swings into 5 rope climbs, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sandbag squats, sandbag over the shoulder.
But why are you being so dogmatic about the time domains? Why do you expect? Why can't there be a can't there be a CrossFit event where all the workouts are under 8 minutes?
That would be cool if there were more than, if they're out of the 10 events, or more than 5 that actual CrossFit. I wouldn't be as upset if 5 of the single modality events, 3 of them weren't monostructural. I wouldn't be as upset if the other 2 single modality events, the 1 rep max, the 1 rep max snatch, and the double broad jump aren't testing basically the exact same thing. explosive hip extension and power. Same exact thing. Fuck, hold on.
Oh, now who's
Not
dog?
John's
That
dogs.
wasn't me for.
Wow. So what's worse,
Interesting.
to have your dog bark during the biggest podcast in the CrossFit ecosystem, or while you're shitting on someone's amazing event, community event? That a boy. Tony Davey, $7.99. Can one of you legends please say hi to my friend Lucky Straps? Not you, John. He doesn't need to be yelled at.
Oh,
Mr. Lucky Straps. Hey, how are you, buddy? Yeah, I know Lucky Straps. Lucky Straps is might as well be a sponsor of this show, for God's sake.
dude,
Gives
he
so much
sent
money.
us some sick leather mouse pads. Did you get yours?
I did. Oh, since I've it's probably
Yeah, right there.
somewhere else. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, that is sick. You got one of those?
Yeah, it only took a year for you to get to me, but yeah, I got one.
No, not you. I mean Taylor.
Hey, Tone, I'm not self-proclaimed. Eat a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, bag of dicks.
I
Okay.
could fucking suck for all you know. Seriously.
But before let's get back to the NorCal Classic. Before we go there, let me look at my notes. I do want to talk about just a big fat rumor that I keep hearing about. Exodus from the Proven Camp. Basically now it's like I've heard it over and over and over that basically everyone's leaving. All their athletes are leaving except for Taylor Williamson
And the author.
and
Is
Olivia
Taylor
Kerstetter. But I don't know what Taylor Williamson can do by herself. She's a team
Who
athlete, right?
changed Taylor's name?
Wait, what? Huh?
Daddy
dump
dump
truck.
Did Brooke Wells leave?
I heard.
Right.
I've heard Brooke is. I heard Brooke is
She's been all
leaving.
in hard work.
Sydney-
Where the fuck is she gonna go?
She's been.
I heard.
Probably
I heard. This is what I heard. This is just complete speculation. I'm sure we're gonna know very soon here. But Brooke and Sydney, hard work pays off. Saxon, I have to assume, goes to where all good Christians go, over to Cookville with Facundo. I'd have to
No
guess.
shot.
Yes, shot.
Really?
That's-
He's going there?
Dude, that's
Hasn't
what
he
I would
already been
guess.
there?
Yes, Sean.
They left on very good terms when they were together the last time.
Really?
And I heard that
Not the only one.
Nisler and was Tim Paulson a proven athlete? Tim Paulson's out, and others, non-athlete people I heard are leaving too. It sounds like I don't. And by the way, I don't. For all I know, they could have been kicked out. There's so many people leaving that at some point you have to be like, hey, maybe they're trained. They're like, hey guys, Tia's coming back, and we don't have time for the rest of you. Shove along. Made everyone walk the plank. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they just want to focus on Kerstetter. I mean, that sounds plausible, doesn't it?
Is
Hey,
Kerstetter a proven athlete?
Yeah.
She is a proven. Well, that's
Yeah,
a good
but
question too, because other people will be like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, she's Hepner's athlete. I don't
Yeah.
care what
Hepner
anyone
will
says."
Hepner will say, like, no, she's proven. He's a mentor to her. He does not train. She does not train under him.
I guarantee you fucking Shane Moore kicked all these slap dicks out.
You like that theory, huh?
I like that theory.
My
Tia's
wife's
coming
back. She makes more
Yeah.
money than all you fucking guys put together.
Out.
Get the fuck out, and we'll keep Kerstetter. Did the same way Fraser kept Mal O'Brien.
Dude, and you know how much work, like, it's just so much work. to
Hey, let's keep
train
How
individual.
about this, Mr. Thumb? Let's keep Kerstetter as a personal training partner for my wife, so she has someone to go up against who won't be too threatening.
Just a young girl who can learn the ropes, because when Kerstetter is of age, when she's of drinking age, Tia's going to be in the 40 to 44 division or something like that.
I don't think he feels threatened by anybody.
You don't think? Oh, okay.
Do you think?
Oh,
So
you
the
were
other way,
saying
there was loads of talk of that T is doing Rogue, and obviously we don't know yet or whatever.
I hope she is.
If
too.
I hope she too. Is she's? Am I right in saying that since she started winning, she's never not won
Lost?
an in-person event?
I think so.
Then
Oh my God.
would that risk, like, is
I don't
Rogue a
think she
big risk
cares.
coming back and doing it for that, like that kind of record? Because that kind of record is never, like, probably never going to be done again.
Yeah, but
Caleb,
if
I'm
you-
sending you a text. I need you to
if
bring
you
this picture
win
up.
6 straight championships, I don't think anything can tarnish your legacy by losing.
Look at! Did you guys see
3
that? Did you
months
see
after
Daddy
you're
Dump Truck
pregnant.
just gave the death stare to his new wife? Did you see that shit?
Sevan
She was doing her best Valley Girl talk. No, she
They
just
heard
she just
that.
saw
We
some of
saw
Taylor's
all that.
dirty underwear fucking in her fucking clean clothes drawer, and she fucking almost threw up. And fucking Taylor girl, what's up,
I
girl?
told him you call me Daddy Dump Truck.
Taylor. She don't even got a twang.
I
She's too
muted
smart
it.
for you.
Peter,
She
you're
is
right
too
on.
smart for me.
Tia hasn't lost an in-person event since 2017.
That's savage.
Unbelievable.
But I'm saying like her losing at Rogue, that doesn't damage.
No, it doesn't
For me,
damage
that doesn't
shit.
damage
No.
anything.
No.
No, I agree.
No,
All-
I'm
it
not
could
saying
only-
it does. I'm just saying I wonder would it be a consideration of like maybe I'll hold off until maybe I'll just keep it all for the games and just be fully 100% ready, all guns blazing.
I think it's smarter to do that for her, but
Mhm.
you know,
Hey,
go
let
ahead.
me just ask you a question quick. Have all you guys been hearing those same rumors also?
I've
Okay.
heard versions
About
of
the,
them. I mean, since semifinals when they both got hurt, Saxon and Brooke, I've heard about. Yeah.
I've heard three of the like rumors that you said I've heard as fact.
Okay.
As the
And do you
Emma
think
Carey
it's
thing
anything?
fact?
Do you think it's anything bad? Like, hey, they were hitting us here. You know what I mean? The equipment was dirty. I mean, do you think it's, or do you think it's like there's so many leaving that it makes me think it's not something bad, that it's a change in game plan
Yeah,
Is Nick Matthew leaving?
from Proven?
No.
I don't think so. No, I think it's what you're saying, Sevan.
I think they were probably
I think it's a
beat.
bit of a combination of like some of them are like I need a change or whatever, and then Proven are also having a bit of a shift of like let's change our focus a bit. Let's like not rebrand, but I don't know what, like re-ethos or something, or you know, whatever way you want to put it.
I think it's easy to go with the mayhem model of like, holy sh, we have fucking 40 games athletes, and then you get them all, and you're like, well, fuck, we can't give all 40 what we could give 3 or 4. So we're going with 3 or 4. I 100% think that's what it is.
Jenny Tolles, I would love to sit on Taylor's mustache.
Dude, look at her boobies.
Wait.
Crazy. That's definitely a fat dude in his undies.
Jenny told.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. That makes me feel better. So that would be our guess. It's just too many people leaving at once. It's some sort of shift in game plan from corporate, from Proven's leadership.
Yeah, they're 100% thinking we cannot manage this many athletes or not manage them well, which is not a knock on Proven in any way. It's so much fucking work to handle one games individual. How many did they have? Like fucking 15 they were trying to get to the games? More? Probably 20. That's just, and how many coaches?
3,
4? 3?
4.
Fuck that, dude. I mean, just look at Emma Carey
2
leaving
of them
Brute.
husbands of athletes. Yeah.
Yeah, look at Emma Carey leaving Brute. I don't think that's anything. I don't think that's a knock on Matt. It's just that Matt's now fucking Danielle. And if I'm Emma Carey, I'm like, well,
That's not.
I gotta
a
go.
now
I
thing.
gotta go where I
That's
can
been
get the
happening a
best.
while.
I mean, but she's not gonna leave halfway through the season. That was a change. That it seems like that was something that's been relatively new. That is in the public eye. So who knows how long Emma has known about that? But to me, it's like, okay, if that happens 8 months ago, it's going to take me 8 months to decide what the right thing to do is and where I should probably go. I'm not going to make an impulse decision before the games, but it's clearly not in her best interest to stay there. I don't think. And that's not a knock on Matt. It's really hard to have more than one games athlete.
It's interesting as well how it kind of ebbs and flows, where for a while it was like just Facundo at Mayhem and it looked like they were kind of struggling of like, did they have too much going on at once? And now there's like, they're taking on like, as far as I can tell, 5, maybe 6 games athletes, and they're taking on like, they've got Facundo, they've got Jake, the 2 Jakes, and now Dom as well. So they're increasing their coaches, they're increasing their athletes, and then Proven are decreasing, well, appear to be decreasing their athletes. It's just interesting how it's kind of tidal.
Can you bring up the Emma Carey post? Emma Carey appears to be going with her coach Dom up to Cookeville. I can't remember who it was on the show, if it was Matt Torres, but Matt said that Dom is a devout Christian. I think basically my interpretation is he's a devout Christian. Although he had a great time at Brute, he's going to feel more at home at Cookeville. He wants to give it a try. He wants to see what it's like with that kind of vibe. And Emma Carey, who was specifically coached, although she's been coached by Matt Torres since she was 15, this year it appears she was specifically coached under Dom. And she also is a devout Christian. And as sort of as a team, they're going up there together to partake in what is the Cookeville Agape. Is that right? Agape?
You
Mr.
think
Halpin?
she's going to Mayhem?
Thank you. Yeah, she is. I'm pretty sure
Dom.
she is. Let me see. Let me read this out loud. This is from Emma Carey. I have had the blessing of being coached by Mr. Torres since I was 15 years old. He never groomed me. That's good. It's been such a special journey together, a comeback from an injury, 2 CrossFit Games appearances, and countless lessons I will have forever. Thank you. I couldn't be more grateful for Matt's impact on my life or more proud of our progress in the last 4 years. He's a real gentleman and not a handsy coach. That's good.
This is the first. Okay, keep going.
No, go ahead. You can interject.
I was going to say the first line is he's coached me since I was 15. I'm now 16.
After having a few weeks off of training for the first time since I've been born, I've come to reflect and come to the decision that it's time for a new chapter of my CrossFit career. I'll always be thankful for the friendship, growth, and memories, except for Danielle Brandon, made during my time at Brew. I'm excited to share my next steps for the 2024 season.
God, we troll so hard. This is, I love this.
Hey, dude. Once again, superstar athlete, no glass ceiling in sight. Emma Carey, freak of nature. I don't really care where she goes. I'm staying a fan. What a cool thing. I'm just happy that it seems like she's happy. I think Torres is happy. I think everyone's happy. I don't think anyone's tripping on this from what I can tell. Great athlete, fun to watch, good shakeup. Here's my question for you. This is going to take a quick, sharp turn.
I clicked that by accident.
You ready?
I was reading.
I don't think camp athletes win the games. I just don't.
No, I agree. I think it needs. I think you
like go Colton Mertens or go home. Think you got to be.
No offense to Colton, especially if he comes on a bit. I don't know that your two statements just
okay.
back each other up.
The biggest camp you should be is you and Adam Knifer. That's the biggest camp you should
until
have.
it doesn't
I think
work.
one other
In a
person.
camp, you shouldn't be working out with everybody. Like you're a part of it, but you're by yourself. Does that make sense?
Or these
No,
other fools are there for
still no.
to train with you. Like if it's your training camp, like think of them as fighters. If it's your training camp, then come on in. Like if you're like for Fraser, it's not a big deal. Tia, it's not a big deal. Froning, it wasn't a big deal. But if it's not your training camp and it's just a training camp, and you know what? I think even Danielle knows that, and that's why she behaves the way she does. She knows that too. Even.
No, people are calling Roman. She behaves the way she does because she's emotionally retarded. People are calling Roman a camp athlete, and I would disagree because he's been not a camp athlete for so long. You don't just put him in Mayhem for 3 months and then he's a camp athlete. He also doesn't speak any English. So whatever they're doing over there, he has no fucking idea.
Annie Thorsdottir did not was hard pressed to allow her coaches to work with anyone else.
What I think,
and dude, she's championship pedigree, wouldn't you say? She's got it. She's different.
I think that's like
sure.
that eye of the tiger sort of thing, is that you can't really work with anybody else, especially if it's another woman.
It's got to all revolve around you at that level to be successful consistently, repeatably at that level. It's got to all revolve around you.
So what about Dom and Emma Carey? She's bringing her own coach. Would you consider, is she a camp athlete?
I think it's just like a gym for her, to be honest. I mean, we'll see. But
that's how I feel too. Like I think there's so many, especially like at the top 10 level, elite people, top 15. They're not in the camp. It's just a gym of really fit people.
They're usually like paired off, aren't they? Like it was Roman and Victoria Campos, and you know what I mean. Like it's not like, hey guys, we're all going to meet here at 10 and train together. They're usually like paired off.
That's just so whack to me, because like is Roman going to Mayhem is like, oh, whatever Rich says, I do, because that's not the winning recipe either. And I don't think going to Mayhem and just whatever Daddy Matt says goes. Like you've you've got to run the fucking show.
You mean at HW? You said Daddy Matt.
Yeah.
You mean HWPO?
Yeah, HWPO.
Let me just throw this. Nick says, I think this argument doesn't make sense, Sevan. The only reason these camp leaders win is not because they are camp leaders. They are the camp leader because they are the fittest. I'm not saying that it's a cause and effect. I'm not saying it's a cause and effect. I'm not saying that, like, hey, if you're the camp leader, you're all of a sudden going to be the champ, or the champ's always or the champ's always going to be. Yeah, well, I am saying that the champ is always going to be the camp leader. And it's not even that they're the camp leader. The other people are not in a training camp. They're training with for the champ.
It's
with
the
the
alpha. They're the alpha. Yeah.
This is the thing. The best athletes, the athletes that are going to win repeatably, to a degree, I think, like, they have very good coaching for sure, but they're going to be incredibly successful regardless of the coaching or not. And the coaching is like a supplemental addition to their success. Like Matt's case, for sure. Tia's case, I would still say for sure. She's just so fucking good. When you look at Tia, yeah. And then when you look at these athletes who are like bouncing from coach to coach, camp to camp, it's like, let's talk about somebody else because they're not winning.
They're not Tia. They're not Matt.
Has Rogue finalized their? Have they put out any statement? Here's the guys. Here's the gals.
No, we're not allowed to talk about it yet. They haven't got their official invites.
Mr. Halpin.
They did put out a statement. The statement was then proven wrong within a few hours by
the Rogue put out a statement that was then proven wrong.
Well, they put out
on their Instagram.
They put out that the two winners were there, and then they listed the top 5. They didn't say that those top 5 were going, but they put out a post. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. So here we go, Nick. I agree, 100% agree, Taylor. Taylor, it's not the camp that makes the athlete. Tia, Matt, and Rich would have won anywhere, right? But they would have never gone anywhere.
Right.
Rich wasn't going.
None of them were at camps.
They created the camp.
What about when Matt was at Mayhem?
For a second,
He
got
2
years.
Well,
he wasn't at Mayhem though, man. He just trained.
Bro,
he
fuck
moved-
that.
he
He was
moved-
doing Matt and Rich versus the world
Oh,
videos.
that's not
bro.
him
Yeah.
training. That's
Hey,
not
they
I'm
didn't,
just saying.
Yeah, I agree with you, Taylor. I agree. If you're there, you're training.
What I'm saying is he was at Mayhem. Would you call him a camp athlete? No, because he went there and it was so toxic for both of them to be in the same place. The Matt then had to train at a separate affiliate in Cookville, which was
All
like
he got out
45
of it,
minutes
all
away.
he got out of it was a
Crossville.
shitty handshake. That's all he got at the end.
Right. A limp dick Rich handshake. I think
Are you
he touched
training with-
Rich's flaccid wiener? Was that what happened?
Are you training at a camp, Mr. Young?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's
I
a
mean,
TTT guy.
No, I'm a brute strength.
Oh, same thing.
Watkins, Tyler Watkins is TTT.
Whatever.
For now.
You
But
and Kelsey, right?
no, yeah, I'm with brute strength. Coach,
He's at a camp.
Coach L. But I don't know if you would call that a camp. I don't go to Naples, Florida. I don't see any of those people. But
Did
L is
Sprague already leave Brute?
No,
He's not leaving.
There. He's there.
Oh, he's not leaving. So Emma Carey's the only one that's leaving.
As of right now, Emma Carey's the only one that's leaving.
And,
But,
and are James and Dallin both coached by Matt, or is one of them coached by Dom?
they're both with
Both coached by
they're
Matt.
both with Matt. Yeah.
So Matt's got James, Dallin, and Danielle.
What happens to Fee
And I-
Sagafia?
and I
I
think
think
Fee as
Dom had
well.
her. Dom had Fee, right?
There's
Is that
another
his
Fee was
guy.
training
trained. Fee
Emma?
was. Yeah, she was training with Emma. So I'm just making.
Dom
that
I
had-
assumption.
assume so.
My understanding is Dom had some of the much younger athletes, and there's a few that are going.
Yeah. What happens to Nate Ackerman?
Is
I
he
don't know
Brute
where he
too?
shuffled out.
I think so. I think he's there in house.
Yeah.
What's this mean? Who was I
Uh,
talking shit to that could still beat my ass? Sorry.
Wow, Thumb. That's a lot to say to a dude who could still kick your ass as an old dude.
Hang on. How come you guys can bring up comments and I can't?
Because I have an administrative powers, which is probably not a good idea.
No,
I
it's
clicked on
horrible.
one by accident.
He's saying that Janelle's saying that the Thumb shouldn't be talking shit because Rich could beat him on a one-on-one.
I wasn't talking shit to Rich. I said Matt touched his flaccid winky.
Oh, Matt can't beat Taylor. Matt can't beat
What?
Taylor.
It's not me saying
One-on-one.
anything about his fitness.
I know, but
Very
he still can't. That dude
Very
can't
smart.
beat you one-on-one. Rich could maybe. It would be good. But Matt can't beat you right now. Matt's I can't.
The
The
other
was a limp dick.
read your 499.
Thank you.
I think Janelle's really angry, I'm talking about Rich's penis.
Are you
Eating
laughing
beaver-
at the Avatar, Caleb?
All of it, everything.
Why doesn't Mr. Young rock the wife beater and baby oil on the Sevan podcast?
Oh, baby oil on what?
Can I use a phrase that I learned from Sevan? Matthew Murphy is conflating issues by saying it feels like you're hating on the camps building their businesses. I don't think that's what's happening
Oh
at all.
no.
It's not what we're doing.
Hey,
Anyway.
listen. Hey, okay. Let me
We're
spin it
not
this
hating
way.
on the
So
camps. We're hating on the people.
let me let me spin it to you this, Matt Murphy. How about this? Add this into the equation. Not only do I think if you go to a camp, you're probably not champ material, but there's people in the camps at the camps who will do better than they ever would have done on their own. So there's people who probably would never be top 10, but because they're at a camp, they're going to be top 10. It is someone in the comments said, hey, it's more nuanced than what you're saying. It is. It's not like cut and dry. I'm not hating on the camps at all. I think camps are fucking wonderful. I'm just saying that I don't think championship caliber people necessarily gravitate towards camps. Are there exceptions? Sure. Is the Russian guy, Roman Krenikov, one of them? Maybe. But also remember, this is a guy coming from a foreign land, escaping a war-torn country, needs a place to land, needs a place to train, has already trained his whole life there, still acknowledges Mayhem as his home and is thankful and calls Facundo and Rich his coach. I'm not, but there's nuances to it. I mean, he needed a place to chill, and Cookville's a good place to chill.
He wore a Mayhem flag on the podium. That's kind of crazy to me.
Gangster.
I don't know. Gangster.
Hey, I'm good with that. I'm good with blowing daddy.
What else?
I mean, yeah,
what else
him a
is
home.
he going to bring up?
He
There?
gave him a home.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
He gave him a home.
The CrossFit flag
That's pretty dope.
that he flew at the opening ceremony.
Is that what he flew at the opening ceremony?
They walked up
Was
to the
he
CrossFit
actually not? Was he actually allowed to choose?
flag. Well, it was weird because at
That's
the
what the
opening
post
ceremony,
said.
there was athletes that walked under the Russian flag, and then there was a few athletes that walked under the CrossFit flag.
Hmm.
I think they're
So
just
he
asked
gets
which
to
you want to
pick.
do, which do you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, because I think
Wow.
Ken
Fly
Walters.
High Kresnikov was under the Russian flag.
Guys,
Ken, we are
I
not
said
going to.
conflating.
No more talk about Josh Bridges' wife today. We are not
Oh,
going
is she a baddie?
We are not going to ogle her on this show. That is so inappropriate. We're not going to talk about how nice her rig is on this show. Thank you. Though.
Oh my god.
Luis Lemos. Shit, $50, dude. Thank you. Where is that? I must let that pass by. You demand, dude. Thank you.
Can
No
you
comment.
can we bring up that picture of Luis Oscar Mora?
Luis Lemos. That's Luis Oscar Moya.
The
Right?
trap picture.
Right?
Oh yeah, the no neck.
No neck.
He's at NorCal.
Yeah, dude, that thing looks like a creature from Lord of the Rings, Return of the Kings or something.
I bet
Okay.
he has no dandruff with his Head and Shoulders shampoo.
Let's get back over. Hold on, before we do, let's get back over to Rogue. So Halpin, talk to us. So talk to us about the announcement and what's still questionable.
Man,
Where are we, Rogue?
you know what's bad when Sevan is trying to corral things back.
Oh, this show! I felt the show get out of hand a few minutes ago. Halpin, 20 men, 20 women. Tell me, what do we know? Do we know who they are?
We know some of them. I think we know like a dozen of each at this point. So
And
Waiting for accepting invites right now.
between
How-
accepting and what Rogue has let Brian Spin know this morning and a few others, there are 6 qualifiers that are going from men and women, and then which goes down to Kyra Milligan. If you're looking at the leaderboard, it goes down to Kyra Milligan and Jason Hopper. And then I think there's like 5 or 6 they've announced between the men and the women each.
So
But they haven't announced anybody.
originally, would you say that we made the assumption that we didn't know, but we thought 15 invites and 5 qualifiers? And now what you're telling us, one thing we know for sure is at least 6 qualifiers, meaning people who weren't invited but qualified through their event, their open event.
Right. And so the assumption then continues that somebody declined, like a Roman, or I think I heard.
Justin's decline.
Oh yeah, there you go. At least one.
Is that
person
true?
declined.
Wait, is that true? Medeiros declined, Rogue?
Yep.
Yeah.
How do we know that?
He said
I
it
know
on
from
his-
Spin, so
He said it
Wow.
on his YouTube.
He got a new puppy, dude. He's not trying to compete. Those
he's
things
got to
gotta
raise a
Wow.
puppy. He's got people
Wow.
to raise.
That
Wow.
dog's shitting on the carpet as we speak.
Wow. You think that's a bad idea for the champ to get a girlfriend 1 year, dog the next year?
Dude,
think a
both,
ring is coming, is
back
what I
to
think.
back. Dude, both back to back is tough.
That
You got to
versus
have
training
one a
camp,
few
put it on
years
the
at
scale.
least before you
It's a
get
fucking
another.
dog. It's not a child. It's a dog.
Dude,
Yeah.
you
It's not
ever
like
had a
Tia-
dog,
it's
Peter?
not like Tia who just had a
I have
child.
You're in
two kids
Ireland.
and
You guys
two dogs.
eat
Back to
dogs,
pizza.
dude. You don't even have a
We
Yeah, I
don't
like
eat
how-
them, Taylor. We fuck them. I mean, no, we.
I like how yeah, Tia just has a baby. She's gonna be fine. She'll kill everybody. Justin gets a dog. He's done. I don't even think he should compete.
Dude, he just took. Come
So,
on.
Hey,
Game over.
this is all kidding aside, this is a problem right here. This, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had this thought. A puppy he pushes in a stroller. He's never gonna win again. Judy Reed. I did get concerned when I saw that. I was a
Very,
little concerned when I
that
saw the
on
puppy in the
Instagram?
stroller.
Very California behavior.
Oh
Mm.
shit. Lucky straps, lucky camera straps. If Tia did go to Rogue, would you guys put money on her to win? Yes.
I would
Versus
say
who?
I would
Who
say
else
no.
is competing?
If deficit strict handstand push-ups are not in the competition,
Is Laura competing?
I assume so.
You assume so.
Yeah, my money
Hey,
would
if
be on
Tia shows
Laura.
up there and wins,
If
it kicks everyone in the
deficit.
teeth.
Dude,
I
it
mean,
gets
it's a-
worse. Hold on.
It's a curb stomp.
This is in their gym. This is their dog.
Oh man,
Oh, it's a cute dog.
I'm cool with that. Dog in the gym.
With the
Yeah, I'm
pillow
fine.
and the bed.
Why is that
and-
thing tied down? It's in his gym.
So
You
don't
gotta
drop
let
a
that
weight
little
on
bitch
him?
run around. Yeah, dude. When I had my dog, she was at the gym from like 4 months, from like 4 weeks, not 4 weeks, maybe like 8 weeks old. And I was doing heavy clean and jerks, and she ran right underneath my barbell when I was dropping it. And the weights barely missed her, but the sleeve of the bar smacked her in the side of the face. She like cried, ran off. I
is that
started
why
crying.
you didn't make the games too because of the dog
Yeah, the puppy. That's 100%.
Don't want him.
That was because of the pig.
distraction?
yeah, fuck off, Sevan.
Halpin. Okay, so
Yep.
can we go look at those 6 again? So we have 6, but we still don't know anything really. We know those 6, and then you're saying that there's 6 other people that we know
It's on
for
that
sure.
post that Spin did. So if you scroll down, Will Morad, Karen Frey. Yeah,
Oh, this is who we know so far.
that's who they've officially announced. Yeah.
So I've been told that Fikowski's going to accept, which is surprising to
Wow.
me. Which is
Wow.
yeah, he's never done it before. I always just assumed he wouldn't do it again. I've been told that he's going to accept his invite.
Yeah, in the
are
last year, it feels like Fikowski's changed his tune a bit because there was years where, similar to other athletes, you brought up Saxon before. Saxon's not doing anything this year that I've seen, but that they don't do anything else. And now, I mean, Brent went to Egypt and did.
Hey, how come Fikowski hasn't been on the show?
I don't know. I need to invite him. I invited him and he declined, and then but very very graciously. But I need to invite him again.
Did he give a reason?
He did. It was
Political
very.
reasons.
It was chill. It's just like, hey, I don't think we see eye to eye right now. Maybe later or something like that.
What do you think that was about?
I met him in.
He's a good dude. I'm good with him.
I
Don't
met
Did
don't.
you have him on the show, Peter?
I have, but I met him in Miami last year. And I spoke with him at length. I wasn't even. I was kind of close to Fan then, I guess. But I spoke to him at length about why he should come on the show.
Dude, I think he likes me. Maybe you should. Maybe it should be a double interview.
You spoke to him at length why he should come on this show, Peter.
Yeah.
You're a good dude. You'd like it's
On
like you're
your
the,
show.
He asked me if I would go to the PFAA meeting, and I told him only if he went on your show. So I didn't go to the PFAA meeting. I'm fucking with you.
Do we I want to get specifically, I want to fall into the weeds a little bit. Halpin, you and I were talking
more into the weeds.
You were talking
We're getting
about how 11 there were 11 rejected scores from the women. Is that from 11 different athletes?
No, it's a cross.
7.
So the majority of that is Victoria Campos and Sarah Sigmund's daughter.
What the fuck happened there, dude?
Are 2 athletes.
Can I actually ask?
That's so
Yeah.
That's terrible.
The
Do not let
majority
me
of
invite
11
sick Caleb. Not
rejected
6
scores.
next week. Not 6. Not 6. Not 6.
Noted.
Sarah Sigmund's daughter was a rogue athlete, right? And
Was.
appears not to be anymore. Have they ever stopped an athlete
rogue
before.
athlete.
Like Miko Salo is still with them. Do you know what I mean?
cut-
Like,
cut
have they
their,
ever
sponsorship
have they ever
with them?
stopped sponsoring an athlete or stopped partnering with an athlete apart from
Matt
her?
Chan. They still make shirts for him.
Like Miko
How
Salo
do
hasn't
you
competed
know
in-
she's not a rogue athlete anymore?
she's nowhere to be seen. She's doing the qualifier. She's not getting invited. She's,
No athletes get invited just based off of, like, you're either a games athlete and you get the invite, or you qualify.
Yeah,
Or
I
you're
think
fucking
she's not a
or you're
games
Tia.
athlete. She's a semifinals athlete right now.
Yeah,
I know she used to be, but she's not anymore.
that would
Okay.
be a bad look for them. It's quite a bit different, I think, inviting the 7-time champ than Sarah.
Yeah.
No one's going to say anything about inviting to you. Okay, 11 rejected scores. Anything anyone want to say about that? About Campos and Sigmund's daughter having 11 scores? At that point, does it really?
Do you wanna
Does it say
specify
something
how
like-
many-
they didn't weigh anything. Like they haven't come out and said like what they did or didn't do. Like Sydney McAlishan came out and said, I didn't measure this tape line, therefore I'm out.
So we don't know.
But like each of them only has like one scored event.
Victoria Campos is a Mayhem athlete.
Yes.
That's on Mayhem.
Well,
And
that's
She's in
think-
Madrid. Well, when was
I
the
think
cue?
it's on both parties.
Nah,
not
that's
if not if
a
she's
dodge.
at home. Not if she's at home,
If
Taylor.
she's at home, it's not on them, right?
Sydney could have had any measurement and she would have passed, right? Because of the mix up with the measurement of the handstand push-up.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
hers
but
was
I
she
think
didn't
this is 10
tape the
inches.
30-inch line. Like she didn't show that the line was 30 inches long, not where it was.
She showed that it was 10 inches
Mhm.
from the wall, but not 30 inches long.
Oh God, that's
What
bad.
the fuck happened with Sarah, dude? She is a veteran.
Hey, but that's always been sort of Sarah's thing. You know what I mean? Don't do the sandbags right. Flip over. Run up the stairs in the wrong order. Take the wrong sandbag up. She's been known to make errors like that. That's her thing, right?
That was
Yeah.
Annie that did that, not
You
Sarah.
could say
Oh,
that.
don't ruin my story. Thank you.
The
One
other
who took the
daughter.
red bag up early in 2015. Is that what you're
Mm.
referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, Sarah killed that event. She beat
Oh.
everybody.
Great. Thank you. One major penalty from one major penalty. What's that mean, Halpin? One.
All right, he said Logan said she's not in Cookville. Sorry, I just had to clarify. It's not Mayhem's fault.
So they haven't defined what a major and a minor penalty is, but there's the possibility of a few things. They did some sort of like time or rep adjustment, like CrossFit would do in what they did in quarterfinals, or if they messed up something and didn't do a rep, they stopped wherever they were, and that was considered a major penalty. To say like if you did all the rope climbs except for the last couple and then you jumped down on those last couple, which was a thing for a lot of athletes, then they could call that a major penalty possibly, versus saying that they're nullified.
A major penalty basically meant you were out of the running, right?
Yeah, any of these things, like it's razor thin. Like any of these things that I posted that Jason Hopper's was following the standard pays off. Like that's like he did it. I was talking with JR about this. He followed the standard so closely that you could tell he slowed down on the rope climb. And so by doing that, he's now qualified. It's in a bit of an odd way. Good for him regardless, but it's a bit of an odd way where they all of a sudden invited 6. But like it paid off for him that he didn't have any penalties, from what I heard.
You mean
Which is
as
how it should
opposed
be
to
for everybody? I would like everybody should abide by that standard.
Yeah.
Halpin? You're saying it's strange that they went down to 6 because theoretically you would assume that they would just keep going down the list till they got to 40 before they went to the qualifier.
Right.
Added to
Or
the
that they would
qualifier.
take 5, which was their minimum that they said they would take. I think at some point they would rather pick from the qualifier than they would pick from the 18th at 19th athlete at the games. But
You think it helps
an
having Matt
interesting-
O'Keefe as your agent? You think it helps having Matt O'Keefe as your agent?
doesn't hurt.
I don't think in that scenario. I don't know. I mean, it was Christine and Jason, right? Or was both on that cut line? I don't know. I mean, to me, if I'm organizing an event, I think that person in 6th in the qualifier probably wants it a whole lot fucking more than the person in 23rd at the games who has no idea that they're going to get an invite and they've been eating Cheetos for a month and not doing shit.
Eden Beaver, if I give $50, we get 5-minute sneak peek of behind the scenes. Yeah, of course. You can come to my house and watch it for $50.
It's all
How,
funny.
guys,
Oh,
how
my God.
cool how cool was it last night when we all watched that? Oh shit, we're not allowed to talk about it.
The first episode, it was pretty nuts.
good.
So
Thank you.
Hiller said that Sarah didn't weigh her barbell on 1A and 1B, and then you could not see her doing the handstand push-ups. Somebody was in the way. So that would be 3 different scores.
Where was she doing
Oh,
it,
God.
Hiller?
Which
Hiller,
is
where was
3
she?
of 5 is what she was nullified on. Yeah.
She's in Iceland.
Someone was in her shot for one of the fucking videos. Is that what someone's saying?
Yeah.
That's on her, dude. That's a bad fucking look.
Hey, what about the men? 13 rejected scores. But before you tell me, is there any chance that it could just be like, hey, some of these people just have ADHD or whatever that thing is, where you just can't focus and you just can't follow the rules, like you just can't read, you're illiterate.
Could
And
be
have somebody
illiteracy.
read for you. Like, following rules is not hard. I don't understand why so many people aren't doing it.
I was trying to justify it, but I just can't. I fucked up. Okay, so 13, 13 rejected scores. Who's that? Who's the big loser in that?
William Leahy.
Okay, Will Leahy. Oh, didn't he have problems with the games too, William Leahy?
No, he dropped out of semifinals after one workout. He hasn't done fucking shit. He's not the biggest loser.
Well, he
of
cheated
that.
quarterfinals too, right? Because with the V-ups.
Somehow still made it in. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but until he does something in an in-person competition, I don't even think it's worth talking about.
Okay.
I don't think we should talk about him at all.
Tell us what you really think.
Anything
I'm
you
just
want to say
saying.
about those rejected scores, Halpin? Is there anything you guys think is unfair about that? Or it sounds like you guys all think it's fair that Rogue's doing, just implicitly you guys are saying the rules are being followed. It's very strict. Some big names are being cut for some errors that are legitimate errors.
I think it's great that Rogue is sort of taking ownership, even when in both ways. They're saying the rules are the rules. If you don't follow them, we're not even going to really discuss it with you. Sydney McAlishan, sorry, you're gone for not videoing a line. And then they are also sort of jumping on their own mistakes immediately and saying, yeah, we're going to fix that, or we're at least going to do what we can. Like, we messed up the standard. We didn't communicate it correctly. Therefore, we're going to say, unfortunately, both are correct, which is the best they could do in that moment. Same thing with what happened yesterday or this morning. They had, so this is part of the errors that they had that they told Spin about. They had an athlete that had a 220 lift on 1B. She was listed as number 1 overall. Well, the best lift was 240, but her lift was in kilograms and it said 100 and was converted to 220. And for whatever reason that they said to Spin, some sort of stacking error, they showed this athlete as number 1. I called this out yesterday on their post where they were saying, here's the 5 men and women that have qualified, or at least that was the way it appeared. They then fixed it. That moved Christine up to a tie with Kyra Milligan. Christine, I don't know their tiebreaker. They don't explain much of anything as far as that goes. Christine
Can we
won
see
that
the top
tiebreaker.
the list again, Caleb?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Halpin. Go ahead.
So Christine won that tiebreaker. From what I heard, they were in communication with these athletes as of yesterday, not this morning when it started like hitting where I was posting about it and Spin was posting about it. They were in communication with these athletes yesterday and telling them that 6 will go. So they were jumping out in front saying, we had an error. You're not at fault. You're not going to be the one to have to say like either, well, I just kicked somebody out, or I was 1 point away, or whatever else in Hopper's case. Like, they jumped on it and said, no, we're just going to invite 6. That fixes everything immediately. It stops it right here. There's no more further conversation. There's nothing really to say. Like, I thought about bringing down my post because by the time it really built up steam, it was already wrong at that point. They'd already
who's the big dick over there at Rogue for the event? Is there a director of their
I think it's the one that doesn't have a dick.
Is it you think Katie's doing the is the director of the Rogue Invitational?
I would pick her out of the group. Yeah.
Okay, they don't have. You think she's in direct contact with these athletes? She's the one who they talk to. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing she's too busy for that. That there's someone intermediary between them. What did Halpin vanish?
He just disappeared. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sick. So
I didn't mean to be rude to you. Sorry. It's not the first
He's been
time
doing
I've
that a
seen
lot
it.
lately. Yeah.
It's not the first time I've seen you disappear, buddy. There
this
he
is
is.
the thing. This is the thing about by some of those athletes that like someone in the comments was like, CrossFitters overthink everything. Just do it. That's the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's
Is
the
Some
problem.
of these athletes are so fucking dumb.
They read handstand push-ups and they're just like, okay, and they do them instead of like, this
But
is the
this is the
standard that we
thing.
want.
What? Yeah. What are you doing? You want to go to a competition like the Rogue Invitational, the most exclusive CrossFit event ever. How do you train? Like, are you doing all of your handstand push-ups at the 10 by 30 inch tape line? Because you should be.
You should.
Do you make sure that your Rogue 150-pound sandbag is not 120 pounds? Because you should. Are you doing things to a correct standard? Or are you just fucking, a dumbass? I think the Leahy situation with Rogue, I think a lot of his movement in this qualifier is not that bad. I think it's things that a lot of athletes do and is just mildly careless. The problem with the Bill Leahy thing is that it precedes what he did in quarterfinals.
It's
And
over
that
and
was
over
like
again.
I've never seen cheating as blatant as that. And that was so blatantly like, fuck you in your face cheating hard, like trying to gain a competitive advantage through something that you should know is against the rules.
Trevor
Who's his
Black-
coach?
Closer to like
Who's
the
his coach?
example of like the rower under the pull-up bar. Like he was letting the rower run.
No,
right?
that's not even, dude. That's not.
what
No,
were you-
if I'll set my rower up next to a rope, whatever. But getting off and waiting for your judge to say,
Yeah.
okay, go.
Okay, yeah.
It ticked over. That was crazy. I don't know who his coach is. But I think that's probably an issue is that the people in his
He
environment
needs to
need
go
have
to a camp.
yeah. So in my,
Right,
in my
right. He does. There's an example.
sure.
Yep, he should go to a camp. You're right.
So
Great
my
one.
boss, Andy Hendel, biggest hard ass. He judges me in every qualifier workout, unless Lizzie does, but she's a games judge too. I honestly prefer Andy because Lizzie can sometimes be nervous to no rep me. Andy, I've stopped workouts halfway through because he's giving me too many no reps. And I'm like, I'm fucking redoing that. You piece of shit, you dick. Like I got into an argument with him one time. He no repped me like 3 185 snatches into a quarterfinals workout, and I dropped the bar. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" The whole gym was watching. Everybody was quiet, but like that's what you need as an athlete. You need somebody there who's going to make sure that they're harder on you than the people doing the video standards are, so that you don't get screwed over.
Is Leahy a cop?
No, he's like 12. Can you be a cop at that age?
No,
No.
you
Get
can't.
a little toy pack.
A cap gun?
I would. We have a clip from a guy from Pedro's Island. It's at the top there, Caleb. We wanted to see if take a little break here at the 45-minute mark and see if Pedro can also.
This better not be that fucking Scottish thing.
Okay, everyone. Now's the time to go to the bathroom unless you want to be entertained by Pedro, the funniest man in CrossFit. Okay, here we go. Action.
There's some Scottish people that kind of say purple burglar alarm, purple burglar alarm,
What?
purple burglar alarm, purple burglar alarm, purple burglar alarm, burglar,
What
burglar,
fucking difference is that going to make?
purple burglar.
He had to take his headset
There's
off.
some Scottish people that
All right, let's hear it.
God.
So I have to put on a Scottish accent to say.
No.
Scottish
You can just say
okay.
purple burglar alarm.
Now I'm worried. I can't say it.
Yeah, you should be worried, motherfucker. You should be worried.
Do it.
Purple
Peter.
burglar alarm. Yeah, I can.
Sick.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so different
burger.
for Irish
Yeah.
people.
But if I did it in a Scottish purple burglar alarm, it is actually
Yeah.
hard to say it in a Scottish one. in
Someone
fairness.
called me the male DBE. I'm gonna jump over a bridge with a rope tied around my neck.
Hey, fair. Okay. I was watching the
That's the end. Fair.
I was watching the Lone Rangers show.
Is that why you
Uh,
keep talking about that? It's like why it's such a random
From the
reference to keep making.
1950s.
I was watching the Lone Rangers show, and they said that Kelsey Keel is going individual, and I'm trying to figure out why that's news.
Who gives a fuck?
Is it because she's hot as fuck, or is she a good team athlete? Why is that news? There's so many
Gotta keep
team
going.
athletes.
Scroll
Is it
back up.
news?
Scroll all the way up to the top. That's why it's news. 244,000 followers. That's the only reason that people are
Bam.
like.
What
She's-
place did her? Isn't she the one that didn't?
She seems like a really nice person. She seems like driven. She's done bobsledding. She's
remarkable.
cool, whatever. Like, but I don't. It confused me why she felt the need to announce it, and it confused me why it would be announced in like September or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I get like say Noah saying I'm going team because that's like fucking 10 years. big
Everybody
deal.
cares. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like basically like I'm retiring from individual competition and I'm moving to team. I just
Anna needs to find a team. So he
and
has to
like
actually say that out loud.
no,
Yeah.
this is no judgment on Kelsey as an athlete or anything like that. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm pretty sure I walked out into the stadium and she was the athlete that couldn't do the handstand walk
Yeah, that was
in the
pretty
calls-
heartbreaking.
in the Coliseum. That was her, right?
She got almost the end and then failed and did it like 5
She
times.
failed like
yeah.
3 or 4 times.
I thought she did get to compete as an individual. She just had to compete in the online version.
It's sort of in there. It says something about the.
She
COVID
said, I
year.
didn't get to live out my dreams, but she got the chance to qualify for Aromas and didn't.
Okay. So she's a games athlete in the COVID year.
No, she's been on team every year that she's been to the game. She's been on team every year that I think she's tried to go individual before, and she came in like 10th or something in the regional way back in like
No,
2017.
she made it in individual one year.
So let me ask you this:
I don't think so. I think you're thinking
why
something
does she
different.
get an announcement as a team athlete that's going? Are
No.
there other team athletes that are going individual? Is it that much of a big deal, or is it strictly just because she's so fucking hot?
There's
She has a
athletes,
crazy-
there
she
are
has a crazy
athletes
body.
there's athletes that won the team that are going individual. That it's just kind of been set like, yeah, probably go
Oh yeah, like
individual, whatever.
Jorge. Like Jorge.
Yeah.
Does Jorge get an announcement?
Well, he said,
They
but
may
he
have
hasn't
said
put up
something
a
on their
post
Instagram.
about it.
Oh,
Devin Kim, does he get an announcement or she?
He.
I
Is it-
apologize. I apologize, Devin.
I
You
love
are
you,
you are
bro.
a 100% woman. I apologize.
Is it then that you think that it's because she's like a poor man Spiegel?
I think so, Peter. I think you hit
Poor
it dead on
Spiegel.
the money. I know that sounds bad, but it's kind of true.
My God.
Because she's really, really strong. She can do things that not very many people can do, but she's not as.
So
fit
why
as
don't you
Danny
think she
Spiegel.
did the rogue qualifier for the
Affluencer.
biggest, strongest CrossFit competition?
Because she's not qualifying for Rogue. No,
Yeah, but there's
fucking
plenty
shot.
of athletes that weren't get qualified that still did it to see where they
Hmm.
would stand up against an individual field.
Maybe she's betting on herself and she's going all in on the game.
Oh shit, Blade Walker's going individual next year too. Holy shit.
Sick. Dude, I'm going
Wow.
individual.
Yeah, me too.
Lower
Or an
extremity.
individual 5
Is
years ago
Devin
was
Kim going
40 to
individual?
40,
Speaking of
40.
which, is she? We got to have her back on the show. She was a great guest.
I don't think we know. She
No,
should
it's
make
not.
an announcement post though, so we do.
I've heard some, maybe nots about her.
I'd like to see that team do another team championship.
I think 2 of them might.
Invictus?
I'd like to be asked back to do the behind the scenes.
JR's in the comments.
I'm not allowed to click on. I was going to click on JR's, but apparently I'm not allowed to click on.
Okay, but anyway, I learned that. I watched the Lone Ranger podcast, and the Lone Ranger and Tonto mentioned it, and I thought I would mention it too. Piggyback off of them. I get a lot of good information.
Oh, talking elite fitness. Okay.
What?
I thought he was watching like the 1960s Lone Ranger.
Yeah,
TV.
I was like, is that why he keeps referencing? Because he.
That's
Okay.
so funny.
I have an ice pick in here somewhere. I'm gonna fucking.
It did take me a couple of days to get it too.
Dude, don't turn
Pedro.
around. Your hair is disgusting, bro.
It looked good
I
down in that
love you.
video.
Someone talk. Someone get Taylor. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going through my notes. Here. We are going to talk about Colton's pull-up record, individual pull-up record. But give me a second. We're not quite there.
I
yet.
love Colton. Dude, I cannot wait to see him in Spartanburg.
I want to talk about pro cards. I
Yeah.
want to talk about pro cards. Down there below the Proven Camp Exodus, you will see pro cards. God, this is gonna fucking hurt me to say this. I want to preface it with this. There are CrossFit Games athletes that are professional athletes. There's not a lot of you. We know who they are. The same way we know who real cowboys are versus people who aren't real cowboys.
Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger's not a real cowboy. He's a
How do
TV
you know
cowboy.
a real cowboy versus not a real one?
A real cowboy has chaps that offer function, right?
Ooh.
Right.
Have you ever
He
seen
had-
Hidalgo?
They're not
That's a real
assless.
cowboy.
You mean?
A real cowboy. I gotta fix my hair. A real cowboy has spurs that are used for kicking the horse. He's not just wearing to be cool. Real cowboy has a gun that is so when he's out there he can shoot rattlesnakes and people who are stealing cattle and put horses down that need to be shot and put down. A cowboy doesn't wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I'm going to get dressed and look like a cowboy. He's putting on that gear that's functional gear. And then we from far away say you're a cowboy. Because of that, we also know who the professional CrossFitters are. We know. So I'll name a professional CrossFitter. Matt Fraser was a pro athlete.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah. We don't know why exactly, but he is. But not everyone who goes to the games is a pro athlete, in my mind.
I think if you make your
For
living
sure.
on CrossFit, then you're a pro athlete. If you make your living, not on.
Dude, look at what Pool Boy said.
A real cowboy
I got
has
one of those.
a real cowboy has a gay best friend that can bang in the mountains. Yeah.
Oh
right.
shit,
Thank
Taylor,
you.
you're a
Thank
cowboy.
you.
I'm a fucking cowboy, baby.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Listen, no one in minor league baseball is a professional baseball player. Wow. Wow.
I'm a fucking cowboy.
Who pulled that
Wow.
up? Who pulled that up? Was that
Is that Photoshop or is that real?
Amazing comedy timing.
Jesus, JR, why is that such a big phone in
Yeah.
your pocket?
Hey, the only thing that would make it better is if JR took his tooth out. For
He
it.
wore the same fucking shirt and belt as me to my own fucking wedding, dude.
It's amazing.
Why are you posed up like you're going to prom, though, Taylor?
Because that was hilarious. It was just too funny that we were dressed.
My
exactly
God,
the
look at
same.
look at JR. Looks like fucking the Wolf Man. Look at that arm. He's got more fucking hair on his arm than I have on my whole body.
Yeah, he's probably got more hair on his arm than you do on your dick, which is crazy. Because I would imagine it's.
Why are you
Armenian,
imagining?
dude.
Why are you imagining his dick?
Look at my head.
Thank you, Pedro.
Because I'm a cowboy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, isn't it funny how like we
Stop
laugh at this, we laugh
Hey.
at this, but if JR's wife had turned up in the same outfit as your wife, there would have been a shit show.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Okay, listen.
A wedding dress.
Listen. Yeah, JR's head, Taylor's head does look big. Like he's on like he's doubled down on his creatine. Your head is getting big, dude.
Like he's doubled down.
Your cheeks are so crazy puffy. You
Dude,
are
it's the
doubling down.
lighting
on
in
your
here.
creatine.
Shut up.
No, I saw it in another picture the other day.
That honeymoon glow.
Dude, no, look, I hit myself with a barbell in the head. It's a little dry or humid in here, whatever
You're
it
like a
does
third
that.
eye.
You know?
What was that? What were we talking about? Professional
Pro
athlete.
cards.
Pro cards. So
Nice
So,
deal.
so I don't think minor league baseball players are professional baseball players. When someone says to me, "I played professional baseball," and I'm like, "You did?" And they're like, "Yeah, I was on the minor league team." Blah blah blah. And I'm in my head being like, "Dude, you weren't pro."
I agree, but
You're
I would
not-
argue semifinals is minor leagues.
But would you? I wouldn't. I don't think. The CrossFitters that are making a living CrossFitting, the vast majority of them, it's because of sponsorship. It's not because of
That's actually a very good point.
money that they're making from prize money, right?
There's just not that much prize money.
Yeah. Besides Luka Jukic and the people who win the games, who's doing it?
That's a very weird person to say.
Well,
It's
it
'cause
just
he
goes
does
to a
so
lot
many
of competitions.
off-seasons, yeah.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, I
There's
was
a few that
I've
have
actually-
contracts.
I've
and
actually
they have
never
agents
thought of
win
that,
or
but that's
enter
actually a really good
competition, They get paid a lot of money.
point. I've always just thought of like, oh, you don't need to work, as in like you don't have a 9 to 5 or a backup plan or whatever, so you're a pro athlete. But your point is actually more valid, that like if it wasn't for Noble giving them X amount of money, they would need a job. So like
T
they're
is a
not-
professional athlete.
like Danny Spiegel.
Not a
I
pro
don't-
athlete.
I would not call a pro athlete, but she
Bah,
probably makes
nope.
more money. She probably makes more money off of.
She
CrossFit
should
than-
make a Twitch account and start playing video games. She would make a fuckload of money, dude. She
Or
would kill it
OnlyFans.
on Twitch.
Wow.
Is Twitch bigger than CrossFit? Because she wants to be bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. Is Twitch bigger than CrossFit?
There's probably kids out there who have
Are you a
stations.
gamer, Taylor?
I used to be a hard ass gamer, dude.
I would not.
I
have
can
picked
see
that.
you in a Halo 2 lobby just ripping.
You
Yeah.
can't even answer. You can't even answer this question, right? Who's the highest paid CrossFitter? Highest paid must be probably one of the games winners or rogue winners from competitions, but from sponsorship, who the fuck knows?
Currently, I would-
Probably
I
Don
don't know.
Fall's probably the highest paid CrossFitter.
No fucking shot.
It's so,
Highest
but it's
paid-
so, it's
highest
so
paid-
nuanced as well, though,
Tia.
because like, yeah, you have these people who win,
That guy
like,
that
say,
did burpees on
you
the
win the
plane.
games, you win Rogue, whatever, but then you have like, oh, I get paid fucking $2,000 per Instagram post. I get, that kind of money, like that weird money that no one ever knows. Like you can guess what someone's getting from tier. You can guess what someone's getting. Like you can guess Valner's probably on like 300 grand from tier. But then it's like, well, how much is he getting paid to post about his plunge or, his...
Hey, if a prince from Saudi Arabia flies me to Saudi Arabia on a G5, gives me a $200,000 diamond ring, and all I have to do is suck his dick, did I just make 200 grand?
Yeah, but you had to suck his dick.
Details, schmetails.
I bet you
Whatever.
Brooke Wells makes a good amount of money that we don't know about.
How
I
do we
would
go
consider-
from sucking Saudi dick to Brooke Wells?
I would consider Brooke Wells a professional athlete. I would consider Brooke Wells a professional athlete.
So not Danny
Why?
Spiegel,
You
but
gotta
you would
leave a
Brooke
gap
Wells?
Yeah,
in
why
there
is
at
Brooke a
least,
professional athlete?
I don't know.
Other than how they go about it,
Longevity?
how they
This is-
promote it, how are they any different?
I think
Uh-uh.
I think this is, for me, how is Brooke different than Danny? Brooke doesn't have this long list of egregious instances where it's like, you are not acting like a professional. She acts like a professional. She has placed very well at the games. She's got a
Longevity as well.
long-standing tenure as a games athlete. Danny has some of those pieces, but also has these massive these just big fucking things where you're like, dude, you're not acting like a pro athlete. You're acting
That's
like
what
a
makes her
ding-dong.
money, though, is how she.
Well, make that
acts.
money, bitch.
Yeah,
But you're not a pro athlete.
Well, here's the thing. No one's doubting she's a successful businesswoman who has made a lot of money. No
Okay,
one's.
so the way you act determines if you're a pro.
I don't
I
know.
don't know, dude.
I'm not-
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's a totally fair question, John. I'm not here to define it today. But
So subjective.
going into that, I don't know what makes a pro athlete, but I know it's fucking nuanced, and I know it's not like people who just were like, hey, I've quit my job and I'm fucking trying to get to the games. I'm a pro athlete. Like I see people write, I can't believe I'm a pro athlete, and I want to be like writing their
You
Instagram.
can't- you can't.
Because
say
you're
that.
not.
Like
but-
that's basically me. I work at the gym. You know what I mean? I'm not anywhere close to anything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and there are quite a few athletes that they're also L1 coaches at a gym, and they call themselves a pro athlete because all
I
they
would-
do is
yeah.
CrossFit.
And I do think you could be an L1 coach at a gym and be a pro athlete. I'm not saying that would exclude you from it. But anyway, I want to pull up this pro card thing because I do like the idea of a pro card. But I think when I think of this, I think of Travis Mayer's. Travis Mayer and Ricky Garrard. When someone said, "Hey, it sucks," I think I heard Danny Spiegel say it on the Kettlebells and Cocktails podcast. Actually, I should give credit to her. She basically said, "Hey, it sucks that these guys were capable of competing at the games, but because they got hurt, they couldn't go." And I don't know if she was necessarily complaining for them or just saying it just sucked and nothing needed to be done. But what if you did have a pro card? What if you did have like, hey, if in the previous year you were top 5 at the games, you automatically get to go to the games? You don't like that idea?
I don't like that.
No?
No.
Anyone?
Does
anyone like it? Wouldn't you like to have seen Travis Mayer and Ricky Garrard at the games this year? They would have competed if
Yeah,
it was
Dude,
pro card.
athletes get hurt in every sport. Let's
Yeah.
delay the football season because this athlete tore his ACL in
If
week
Patrick
1.
I agree, but that's not an
he
argument. Two
doesn't
wrongs
just
don't
get
make
to
it
go to the
right.
Super Bowl, but you don't just.
Well,
man,
hold on.
he's the best quarterback. He just gets to be in the Super Bowl. You can't.
The
No.
pro card in this case that it's being presented is just saying they would skip the open and they would skip quarterfinals.
And just take the open and quarterfinals out and find another way to qualify athletes. I don't think there's like, oh, if you have your pro card, you get to skip this. But if you want to make it and you don't have a pro card, I don't know, dude.
It's more or less the Rogue
That's what-
Invitational. It's
That's
what
basically
makes
saying
it
the Rogue Invitational.
why not?
is
Why
saying,
not?
No.
You made the games last year.
Because
You
what
get
makes
to
the
skip
what makes
this
the
part and
CrossFit
just-
Games so great is that it starts with everyone on Earth and you've
You do the
all got to
same
fucking
workout
do it.
that Matt Fraser
You
does.
do the same workouts, and the best people make it to the games, and they all start at the same place, which means if you think you're the fittest on fucking earth, you can make it to the games. You don't have to be Matt Fraser. You don't have to have a pro card. Nobody has to know you. If you're fitter than everyone
Okay.
else, you make it.
Let me ask you this and answer it honestly, even if it works against your argument. Answer this honestly.
Okay.
Would it be better for the sport if there were pro cards? And by better, I'll define better, meaning we would get more growth out of it and more ability for these people to make a living.
Well, I guess
does the pro
I don't
card
really know
entail?
what I don't really know what gives the sport more growth other than for it to be more consumable for mass audience. And I don't.
There's a consistency there of having, like, I think the games would have been better for me as a fan if Travis and Ricky were there. Now, don't get me wrong. I had a blast. I wasn't the whole time.
Ricky
Not one
couldn't have
point.
done the games anyway. He was rehabbing at that time.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Okay. Okay.
Here's what I think. I think you were onto something. Having the big names there is important, but I don't know if, like, does that grow the audience of the sport? Maybe having all these fins to yeah, you could probably take 40 Instagram influencers that don't have a fucking shot at the CrossFit Games that would make it a bigger sport to put them on display
Okay.
than the 40 fittest people on earth. But is that what we're trying to do, dude?
But look at it this way. If they didn't, if these athletes who have already proven themselves to make the games the previous year
That's
could
not
do
shit.
something else, well, hold on, could do something else between January and May that isn't, I have to sit here and do these at-home workouts. And you can say, like, get rid of the open, get rid of the quarterfinals, figure out another way. But what builds the sport is more eyes on the sport in more consumable fashion. The open and the quarterfinals, beyond the announcement itself, is in no way consumer focused. There's nothing to watch. There's nothing to do because every good athlete doesn't show their videos for very good reason. Nobody
So
should be
market
showing their videos,
Rogue,
by the way.
Wadapalooza, and Dubai more, but that doesn't mean eliminate the open as a process to go to the games. If we want what you're saying to grow the sport based on viewership, do what I just said. Take the 40 biggest Instagram influencers, fitness influencers with the most followers,
I think
put
that's
them in the
true.
field together, and let them fucking smack each
I
other
like
with
what
their fake
Chase said
titties.
here. Do you see? Can you pull that up, Caleb, or Taylor? Or
I think that's out of context what you're saying, Taylor.
No, I don't. Like
like if you
Pro
wanna give
cards
them
should be
a-
for the off-season events.
If you want to give like 10 pro cards out, and every year the pro cards get reseeded by how you finish in the games or something like that, and so like there's only 10. There's only ever 10, and those 10 get a free. They get to go to Wadapalooza and Rogue.
that's even
or
less
Dubai.
relevant.
But I'm saying like that's what it could be used for. I like holding the open where everybody has to do
Right,
the open.
right.
Well, then
but
we
it's
already
only-
have that. Then we already have
Yeah,
pro cards if that's what a pro
If
card
we're
is. We
only
already have
giving
that.
Did you
10
like
away to the
sanctional?
best, then it's just like, oh, the 10 best people get to just skip everything that everyone else has to do. Then it like why did you get involved? Like, I don't know. To me, I got involved in CrossFit because like you're doing something really hard. Everybody you all go and you suffer together in the class workout. The open is like taking that and making it on a grand scale. Everybody's suffering together. Everybody, including the champ. So let's just take
It
that
would have been
away.
interesting
Now,
to see Justin Medeiros for the first time this year at the games. That would have been interesting.
yeah, then we'd be like, well, yeah, it'd be interesting, but then it's like, now we don't suffer together. He doesn't do the open with everybody else. He's not a CrossFitter. Fuck that guy.
And you
So-
could argue it's easy to get to the games anyway. The way they for those people because of the way they have it set up.
It's
Oh,
not.
well,
That's
there's
not
a-
really
there's
true.
don't
the
really-
other
You know what I
argument
mean?
there, yeah.
Meaning the
Oh,
open and the quarterfinals.
And it's
or-
just such a bullshit argument. Like, oh, if you get hurt and if you get sick, well, dude, Colton
That's a
qualified
part
sick.
of it. Tough.
Rich, exactly. That's fucking professional sports. You get hurt.
Okay.
No, if
You get
Roman
sick.
didn't break his foot,
Hold
It's
on.
part of it.
Did you like sanctionals?
No. I
Okay.
thought sanctionals was so fucking dumb. There was no
Why?
regulation.
Why?
There was no regulation, and they're all getting into the games based off
It
of
was
different
very
programming.
complicated,
And
and
look
with
at the
the-
result in 2019.
What do you mean the sanctionals? Oh, you're not talking about what happened last year. Oh, I see.
no.
No,
Sectional, not
I'm
semifinals.
You mean,
mean
2019, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
2018?
fucking shit. That was ass.
It's 2019. It's where
It
the,
was
where
so
the
bad.
13th person
Well, they
got to go
screwed
to
that
the
up by
games
inviting
because
everybody in the
everybody
world.
else had already gotten in.
No, they didn't invite everybody in the world. They invited the national champions, which was kind of Like, hey, you do the open, you win your country, cool, we'll give you a shot. But also, you go to this competition, who 4 other people might only be there. As long as they pay a sanctional affiliate fee, they could only have 3 competitors. And if you're the person who wins, you get your ticket to the games. Like, that was dumb.
I don't
There
know
was,
the athlete that you're thinking of that made it off of 3 people.
I don't. That's an
really
example.
like-
That's a false.
Yeah.
That's like an example that didn't happen, but I'm saying it could have. There were competitions where the level of competition was so
There were
not
certain
worthy
sanctionals
of a
where the
games
person
ticket.
who won like wouldn't have won anywhere else.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, there was people that
The
toured
Norwegian
and toured and
CrossFit
toured, and you had to go to like the
Championship. You go
5th
look that
person
up.
because they all other won.
Guys,
Yeah.
you know what works really well in this format is when we talk over each other. I just find it's like
It's
so
6
easy to
people,
consume.
Peter.
Jacqueline's completely right. We're in
Give
the
me a
leather
second here.
helmets.
Give me
We're
a
in the
second.
leather
Give me a
helmets.
second. Give me a second. You can't give me a second. Jacqueline Robertson CrossFit is in its infant stage. My grandpa won an Olympic gold medal in 1952 in hockey, and he had to go to work at the local plant because hockey didn't pay the bills. It will get there, but we're not there yet. Go ahead, Taylor.
No, I agree 100% with her. I think we're in the leather helmet stage. Like, we don't have any regulatory body that holds CrossFit accountable for the dumb fucking shit they do half the time in competition, like changing the rules every freaking year. Dude, we're bound to have a USFL in another 5 years. Like, it's gonna happen. So a competition's gonna come out. Rogue's gonna be like, I'm sick of this shit. Like, we just have no idea what's gonna happen. But I think we know that enough people love it, and enough people love to watch it, enough people love to participate in it, that in some form or fashion it's gonna succeed and be a part of sports.
It's not
We
going to
just-
fail because
Yeah,
it
I don't
would
think
have
it's gonna
failed
fail.
already. I can't believe it hasn't failed. If you look at the history,
Oh, people are trying to
it's-
tank it, dude.
it's way
crazy.
too big to fail.
A lucky camp. Go ahead, Halpin.
No,
No,
he paid.
I
he
have
paid
three
for
is
the
dumb
you
too.
read it.
I have
Yeah.
three is fucking stupid too. Let's get out of here. That's dumb.
Lucky Straps Australia. Does it matter who's paying them? They get paid to compete in CrossFit by sponsors, which means they are a professional. I don't agree.
I don't think it means
They're
you're
an
I
professional
don't think
if you have a
I don't think
sponsor.
that's enough of a qualification to
Yeah, to have a sponsor.
How many
I
professionals do
disagree.
you think there are?
There are
in the
probably
sport?
15 professionals on the men's side and 15 on the women. Currently.
Yeah.
I think Sevan thinks less.
I think less.
So
I think
10.
less.
Would you think 10 each
I'd have
side?
to 10 on each
Were you
side.
just going off of winnings?
No,
No.
to tell you the truth,
It's how they
I'm
carry
guilty of not.
themselves. Halpin. It's not.
It's
I'm guilty
subjective
of-
for him.
I'm guilty because I haven't defined it, but I know what a professional athlete is when I see one, and
Porn.
yeah, like porn. Yeah, Pedro. It's like this. Like if you make it to the NFL and you played 1 year as a kicker, a third string kicker,
But if you're a backup QB,
You got
Let me
20
suck
years.
that dick,
Sad.
baby.
I mean, it's
Here, okay.
women's soccer.
Let's name people. Let's name people, and you tell me if they're professional.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Jason Hopper.
No.
Wow, really?
Not long enough. Has it been
Just-
the game long
just-
enough?
Yeah, just not yet. Just
Brent Fikowski.
yeah, fuck yeah. No question.
I that's what I think of when I think
No
of
question.
I feel like
professional.
he sets the standard up.
Noah Olsen, no question.
Yeah.
Pat Vellner.
No question.
No question.
And
Brooke Wells
funnily
has
enough,
the job.
Van
Brooke
Hazard-
Wells, no
Lazar
question.
Jukic.
but he's
Hold
still-
on,
Lazar
one at a
Jukic.
time. One at a time.
Close. Lazar's getting close.
Lazar
Lazar's-
more so than Jason?
Lazar's getting close.
Justin Medeiros.
100%.
Ellie Turner.
No.
By
No.
association.
No. Yeah, guilty by association. No.
China Cho.
Ooh.
Retired.
But a
See,
pro?
The
Was
fact
she a
that you have
pro?
to think about this, there are
Masters
people
of
we've said
athlete.
who have been way more successful than her already, but she has a place in your heart, and it's making you think about it.
Who's been more successful than China Cho?
I'm pretty sure Hopper has 7th place is better than China's ever done. No?
Yep.
How many games has
Wow.
Hopper been in? Two?
3.
Two?
3. The past
Three.
3. in a row.
Longevity.
And he's won events at the CrossFit Game. He's won events at Rogue Invitational.
Like, it's hard for me to consider anybody in the Carson era.
He's won a
unless you've
regional.
won a professional, because there was
right.
no money back then at all.
You're right.
Oh,
I
you
think
could
that's
go down
fair.
Brian's list. and there'd
Would
be
you
plenty of
consider
people that-
Josh Bridges a professional?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I think
There's
think
an
his
argument that
career
you could say
winnings-
no one in the car scenario was professional too. Yeah, you could. I agree with that, except for like Rich, except for the
Except
winners.
for Rich. Yeah.
Yep.
Winners.
You could-
Jason
you could-
Khalipa.
Yeah, he's won the games. I wouldn't consider him a pro.
Right. Right.
Neither would I.
Right. Right.
It is subjective. It's very interesting.
I mean,
don't know.
it could be.
subjective
could-
because you have to look at somebody and say, like, I mean, Josh and Jason are making their lives are based on CrossFit, and they're doing that professionally. But you're not going to call them a professional athlete.
I'd call
even
Jason
though-
a pro. Personally.
Chandler Smith.
No,
I
I'm sorry,
would-
I meant
A little
athlete.
biased on that though, Taylor.
For sure,
Like,
there's some
you'd have to
bias
admit
there.
that.
Would you? Would you?
Call Hopper
Yeah.
a professional?
Yeah.
I think he's on his way.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
I
think
I
he's on
mean,
his
I don't
way.
know what's fair, dude. I have no fucking
think
idea.
there's a
Danielle
difference.
Brandon, would you call her a professional?
Same as Hopper. I put her in the
Close.
same
It's
category.
close. Getting close.
Put him in. Well, it's interesting for Hopper. I would put him in basically the college football, like NIL sort of place where he makes money, but he's sort of
Like a walk-on on a D1 team.
But why? He's been 7th. Like, that's crazy to me. And the same thing. Danielle Brandon was what, 4th last year?
Well, it's almost like a one-year wonder, though, man. He's 19th, 7th, and then 31st. Right now, that's a one-year wonder. Same for Daniel.
That Ben Smith. I wouldn't consider Ben Smith professional.
Peter, you
Oh, man,
up
Ben
earlier.
Smith's a hard one.
He was a 10-year veteran at the game.
I
Yeah,
know,
Ben Smith is
I
a
know,
hard one.
I
man.
know. I hear you.
What?
I know.
This is crazy. If this is really, then we have no professionals in the sport, and we fucking
No.
suck
He's just
right
saying
now.
back in the day, there's still money in it, and there's more
I-
money in it now. That's
Right.
The,
to
that's
grow.
the reasoning.
There are
Yeah,
people, historical people who have made careers out of CrossFit, but that doesn't make them professional athletes. Like Josh Bridges has made a huge career out of being good at CrossFit and being likable and stuff. Same Ben Smith, but they're not professional
call Mal?
athletes.
They're
Would you
using,
call
they're
Mal
using
O'Brien
CrossFit
a
as
pro?
a methodology.
That's a good question. What would you call Mal one?
No.
Gets
No.
that $200K check from Noble.
I mean,
A
I
month.
think they're using the methodology of CrossFit. They're not using the sport of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Annie
agree.
for sure. Annie Thorsdar is a professional athlete. Laura Horvat is a professional
What
athlete.
about her husband?
No.
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 That one's
Frederick?
But Annie Thorsdar also has a professional coach.
Yeah.
So does her husband.
Her
He is a coach.
he is the coach.
Yeah, but wasn't he coached by Jami as well?
I think Travis Mayer is a
Sarah
professional
Sigmund's daughter.
athlete. I think she's a professional athlete.
Really?
so let me think.
Yeah.
So Travis,
That's crazy.
I think Hopper's finished higher than Travis has too. I don't think Travis has ever been top 7.
No, I don't think he has either.
You're saying longevity puts him.
Guillermo
over Travis?
Mayeros.
just give him a
No.
year. give
Guillermo,
him a
wasn't he 8th or 7th 2 years ago?
Guy was 7th, but okay, that's a great one. I wouldn't consider Guy a professional either, and him and Hopper have done the same thing. Other than
Andrew Hiller for
He didn't
sure,
make it
no
this year.
doubt.
Pro.
Well, then
Colton,
Sarah,
would you
then
consider
Sarah is
Colton a professional?
No.
I would consider Colton professional now at this point. He's qualified 3 times and he grinds hard as fuck every time and shows improvement every time.
Close.
I don't know,
Getting
dude.
Close.
What about
Getting close.
Cole Sager?
Yes.
Sevan, are you a professional podcaster?
He's getting paid to do it.
Oh, dude, this guy's got a hard on for being in the comment section. Shirtless picture. Check out my abdominals.
Who?
This guy, Ken Walters.
Dude, that's my boy. Be cool.
I'm trying to zoom in.
Ricky Mack. I
Oh,
do
you
think
removed
Ricky
that.
Mack is a professional CrossFitter. I do
Why?
think Ricky is. I don't know. You know, it's like I
He's
said.
only been to the games twice.
I'm totally open to being that this conversation's bullshit and someone reworking it. Yeah.
It is
All right,
bullshit.
okay.
So it's just to steer it a
Go
little bit
ahead.
because I'm the one that brought up the pro card thing. I don't care for how well, I don't want to speak about how they posted it, but like there's a whole bunch of things that are like, yeah, the root of it is okay, but like where it goes is like needs a lot of work. Where I think, and this is why I brought up sanctionals, I would think a better version of this is getting more events broadcast on ESPN that CrossFit sold to them, and they now are supposed to be putting more stuff on ESPN, not just the games, is what Don told the PFA. And so with that, they need opportunity throughout the year to put these professional athletes on TV and allow fans to say, when is Jason Hopper going to be on TV again? Like I watch any other sport that I'm interested in, because that then gets them invested in that athlete. and in that person. If you can say this person's going to be at the Olympics in Paris next year, you can actually set sort of a DVR to it and say it's going to be on TV and it's going to do that thing. That's what CrossFit needs. And by having a pro card similar to other sports, you have the ability to give those athletes flexibility within their schedule to say, hey, I don't have to do the open with everybody else, even though it's a tried and true tradition of CrossFit. And it's like the one thing that we all do. Like they could go to Mallorca and do an event with the program and say like, okay, well, we did this event in March and we're able to do that. But right now, because CrossFit owns 9 months of the year and then everyone else fights over those other 3 months, there's not the ability to give a full year schedule that CrossFit could sell ESPN and put on TV and grow the sport. And no, you don't need a bunch of social media stars doing CrossFit on TV.
Well, I don't think they own 9 months. I don't think they own.
ESPN's
Wait a
dead
second.
fucking end, dude.
Is that true, Halpin? Do they really own 9 months? When's the open start? February, March,
February.
April, May,
Starts in March.
June,
Sorry,
July,
7 months.
August. 7 months.
But then, if you're CrossFit, just condense the schedule. Then make quarterfinals, semifinals closer together. Give you a month off for the games to train, and then you
like pro card, Halpin?
6 months. 6 months.
I like the
like
idea of
someone getting to skip the open.
Sport, which
Pro
is
cards,
so
fuck. I hate it. I hate someone
run
getting
into the
to skip
ground.
the open.
But I like the idea of it because it allows some flexibility throughout the year. If you have, or I like sanctionals, and I like a model that says if I go and win this, I don't immediately get to go to the games, but it adds to my worldwide ranking, and that worldwide ranking that isn't just CrossFit events, open, quarterfinals, semifinals, games. It includes Wadapalooza, it includes Dubai, it includes Rogue, it includes Madrid.
But this is why that won't work as it stands.
It includes all those. Those are scored against who's there, the pros that are there that they can track with pro cards and say, if these athletes are there, this event is scored this way. That all gets combined into a worldwide ranking. That worldwide ranking then produces the pro card group that says if you are top 10 on the worldwide ranking across a full year, then don't have to do the open.
You're missing the sport that they're playing, though, because the person who programs the open and quarterfinals and semifinals and the games historically and last year is the same person, the same team of people. Now you introduce all of these off-site sanctional events that don't have any regulatory body saying, hey, what are these athletes actually doing? They can go do a triple jump. They can fucking swing their dick 6 times. They can hang from a pull-up bar from their nipples, and they are going to the CrossFit games.
So that's the other part that CrossFit has to control, and that was
not going to ever happen.
A big part of the PFAA meeting is not CrossFit, and this is where can Brent buy CrossFit came from, is if the PFAA comes in and says, we have control over the voice of the athletes all say that you need judging standards, you need written standards, and you need ways to make sure you're paying us through that. We're not just going to show up to an event with the idea that you might pay us, and all of that is controlled. The athletes then control all of that, and they buy out CrossFit. They don't buy them out money wise, but they own it because they own the entire season.
Yeah, well, that's just
because they're the ones that are saying, I'm not going to show up to an event. I'm already doing Madrid. I can't do the Wadapalooza qualifier. So you two figure it out that if you want me at both, figure out a way to get me at both.
Well, here's what everybody wants that you're missing is they want to go to the CrossFit games. All these athletes, they don't give a fuck about. Well, that's untrue.
They want to make money.
They want to
make money.
That's untrue. You ask the 40 people. Let's ask the 40 athletes that go to the games and say, what would you, if you could have 2 things, and that's you go get to compete at the CrossFit Games once in your life, or you get one $50,000 check once in your life?
Well, at least give them $300,000.
Why would you at least give them $300,000? Only one person wins, not all 40.
One time in your life, you're hopefully going to make more than $50,000 doing CrossFit one time in your life. But
no, you go to the CrossFit Games and being guaranteed $50K that's great.
No, what I'm saying is, in your
what
example,
you're saying is wrong.
Take that.
It's wrong.
Or hold on. Or take that Saudi Arabian prince and say that he can do an event for $1 million purse. $1 million. I'm not even in purse.
Yeah,
$1 million
but he's got to do everything CrossFit
prize.
tells him to do. Don't see it happen.
No, I'm saying $1 million first prize. if you go to this event in August,
They're
in
trying to
this
do that in
place,
golf.
Yeah, it is exactly that. It's Live Golf. They could
Right.
buy out the whole thing and then own.
That went
CrossFit.
really well as well. The Live Golf thing.
Did that
It went
fail?
really
Did
well
that
for them.
fail?
It's
you
like
went with
all
PGA
over the
golf.
place.
Yeah, because nobody wants that fucking shit money.
Okay,
dude. They want
hold
to
on
go
one
to the
second.
competition and the prestigious.
Hold on
It's
one
not gonna
second.
work. The go-kart's
Lucky camera
dumb.
straps. Sevan gets his money from sponsors, so by definition, he's not a professional. I don't care whether I'm a professional or not, to be honest. I zero gives a fuck, but I'm definitely not a professional of anything.
This guy pays you more than any of them.
Yeah, but I do want to say this. That is not my definition.
But there's a lot
I
of
don't have a
people
I don't have a definition, and that was what was ridiculous about the
I-
conversation. But I do like the idea of the topic of that pro card and me finding a way to get Travis to do it. But I also know in my mind what a pro athlete is when I see one, and I know what one that isn't. And so
I think there's a lot of people in the comments saying like, "Oh, but if you're sponsored, you're paid," and it's like, "Yeah, but you're an influencer then. You've earned
yeah, exactly.
your
That
check,
doesn't mean
but
shit.
yeah.
Those people are confused. Not ESPN. Do it themselves and go to YouTube. Cable is dead.
Or
Well,
pay-per-view.
Well, just to be clear,
Look at what the UFC
I was saying
does.
Hey, you are a professional porn star if you're on OnlyFans.
Are you?
that's for sure.
Or is that more like
Really?
home? You're like a fucking DIY dick shooter.
You're a professional artist if you're on Etsy.
So what I was told at the PFA meeting,
That was good. That deserved a laugh. That was
didn't
pretty
do-
good.
I didn't enjoy it. What I was told is CrossFit sold a 2-year deal to ESPN, and they owe inventory throughout the year to ESPN, not just a week in August. So, what does CrossFit own that they can create and generate for ESPN using the rest of the year?
Not
Because they
fucking
don't
shit.
own Wadapalooza, they don't own Dubai, they don't own Madrid. Those are all licensed events.
Yeah,
they
but they
don't
would
have
let
the
him do it.
broadcast
They would
rights
let
to
him
any
do
of
it. If Dave called up Dylan and said, "Hey, can we film Wadapalooza and hang some the CrossFit name on it, and we'll pump up Wadapalooza too?" Dylan would be like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead."
They could
mean,
also
Yeah,
call
but yeah,
Sevan
sure,
and
go
ask for
ahead
behind the
doesn't work
scenes.
when CrossFit sold it to ESPN. Dylan should
Right.
say back, okay, where's my check?
And they would say, "Hey, hang with us here. This is going to draw a lot of attention to your event. You're going to sell more tickets. Work with us."
And he would do that in
just
a
saying-
heartbeat. Put
Yeah, who
Wadapalooza
wouldn't do
on
that?
ESPN?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm-
what I just the ESPN thing has no bearing on whether or not a pro card works or doesn't work, though. I just don't see how that has anything to do with
It creates a 12-month schedule because with 3 of those months, they are busy doing at-home workouts that are in no way broadcastable. Those stupid shows where they show like a couple clips of, hey, Danny Spiegel did this, and then
Right,
Danny
but these
Spiegel
people
gets
are gonna
torn
give their
apart
footage
for
to-
showing it.
These people
Like,
would give their
doesn't work.
footage. These people would give their footage to ESPN and CrossFit in a heartbeat, regardless of whether or not the open or quarterfinals is happening. How many like it just you're just not taking the open or quarterfinals and everyone's starting at the same place out of the game season. That's dumb.
Can we shift subjects?
Let's
Good
shift.
discussion. Thank you. I want to pull up Dave Castro's week in review. There's 2 things that I thought were just completely ridiculous in it. One, I'll start here at 17:15. Oh, no, sorry. I'll finish with that. He said that there were 3 wheels, and each of the wheels measured the course 2 times. And well, how many wheels?
6.
Oh, the way I heard it, there were
all
3
wrong.
wheels,
They did
and
it
each
6
wheel
times.
measured twice. Is that correct? You think?
Yes.
Either way, Halpin and I agree. 6 measurements somehow. Bullshit. No, there weren't. There were not 6. There cannot have been 6 measurements. Not with the same wheel. Not with 3 different wheels. Not with 4 different wheels. So I call bullshit on that. I don't. When we get Dave on, we'll ask. It's just bullshit. There's no fucking way there were 6 measurements that said that was a 5K. Does anyone want to disagree with me?
I
Be like,
believe
"Fuck
that
you."
they measured 6 exact times of 5,000 yards.
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 Well, even when you listen to him say it, he's like, and I think the athletes were like, watches were like 4.7, 4.8. Even he knows it's bullshit, dude.
And
It wasn't a
they were
5K.
4.5. They
Yep.
were way less than what he said.
They
He
were
tried to
all
make it-
4.5, bro.
Does that can someone look that up? Is that accurate? Halpin, can you do a quick computation on your human brain? Is 5,000 yards equivalent to
Yeah.
4.5?
I've already seen
Okay.
the math on that.
It's all, yeah, it's exactly 5K. 5,000 yards is exactly 4.5 miles.
I've also heard that they moved
Oh shit!
that
Dumbasses.
they moved the starting line like 3 times between the Masters version, the community
shit.
version, and the games version.
Or actually,
Okay.
this is a good.
Hey, listen, that's exactly what happened. Someone fucking measured out 15,000 feet. Someone measured out
Yards.
15,000. No, 5,000 yards. 15,000. Isn't a yard 3 feet?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Keep
Yeah,
going.
someone measured out 15,000 feet. Okay, we solved that. Okay, that's done. I do want to say one more thing. At the 40-second mark, this is way out of character for Dave. There's 2 things in this weekend review that are so far out of character for Dave, I can't even fucking believe it.
Hitler's comment. Cancel Castro.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Cancel Castro. No. I need Castro's to do the behind the scenes. Hiller, you're out of here. Sorry. Get someone wrench block Hiller for 30 seconds or something. You have a Spanish translation up there.
That's you.
Oh, it's good.
I'm trying to
Caleb.
learn
Is
a
that
different language. Yeah.
okay?
Hey,
It'd
Okay.
be better if it was a Russian translation. It's okay.
Caleb never trusts me. He always goes back before I say the time. Okay,
It's
action.
Never
Let's
exact.
listen to this.
So
Let's
the
listen.
first workout, the athletes do it, and then he's suggesting for the finale, repeat that workout. Interesting twist. We've never done that. Worth keeping in the back pocket.
Someone gave a suggestion that, for example, that the open workout one year then be reprogrammed again in the games so
As
we
the
could compare
final.
the times. But what's fucking me up is I can't believe Dave didn't be like, fuck off, don't tell me what, like the Dave I know is like, fuck off, don't tell me what to do.
He's done that before. They did 17.5 in the open and then had
It
it
was
in the
heavy
game.
though.
But still,
It's,
That's
I mean, it's
it.
still a different workout though. It's not
Ah,
the same one.
I don't know, dude.
I
Close
think
it
what
up.
the
I think
question
he meant
was,
125 and
it was
95
at the
thrusters
games.
are way different.
He meant
the
at
question
the
was
games.
doing
He
it at
meant
the
event-
games.
He meant event 1 at the games and event 15
I
at
think
the
that's
games
what he
be the
meant.
same
Exactly.
event. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
That's
think
what.
is-
Oh,
Fucking dumb
yeah,
as shit.
that's what he was saying. Okay, I
Yes.
which
misunderstood.
would have
Okay,
to be like a run and then go run again sort of surprise. Like now that
No,
he
it
said
could
it
be
out loud,
anything.
he'll never do it.
Wrong. It could be anything.
No,
it could
but
be
if you,
fucking Fran if they wanted it to be.
no, what I'm saying is, if you knew it, you would sandbag the first one. If this, because he goes on to say something
You
basically
couldn't
to
know
the
the
effect
last
of the
event is what you're
scores,
saying.
like your delta on that
No.
matters.
What he's saying is the first event of the CrossFit Games
Mhm.
then comes back as the final. Why would
So
you sandbag the
Fran,
first
when
one?
you
what
show up,
Halpin
and
is
Fran,
saying-
when
we
you
only-
Halpin
get
is
cut.
saying is they wouldn't. Oh, that's right. You would get cut. Yeah, there's cuts.
You can't sandbag.
just
There's
sandbag it
cuts.
'cause there's cuts.
And they could do it with whatever they wanted, and no matter what workout they decided to do, if they did it, it would be the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Oh,
why?
well, we
Why?
agree
Why do you say
fully
that?
on
Why do you say
Because
that?
there's only 13 events, and you're going to repeat the same 2 events.
I'm
Yeah,
inclined.
Fran-
to
How, okay, let's have
Taylor.
14 then. Let's have
Fuck, that's
14.
Same thing. Dumb.
Well,
By the
just to be
way,
clear, what I'm talking about is the question
Thank
that
you.
the dude asked was that the delta is the score on the second event. So how well you did, like Z-score basically, how well you did on that second
Oh.
version is
I've
the
got an
score on the
associate's
second
degree,
one.
I'm
So
out.
you would sandbag the first one, maybe not to like lose it because there are cuts, but you wouldn't sit there and like hammer down.
I hate it even more if that's what it is.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you mean by delta, but Dave made himself look like a beta answering that question.
that's
How
not.
do I put that?
Hey, John, Taylor's out of his fucking mind. If Grace is 135 and then you do it 22-25, you can't be like, hey, it's the same workout. Like, don't listen to him.
No,
He
they're
doesn't know what the
different.
fuck
They're
he's
different.
Right,
They're
but
different
this is not
workouts.
what he's
That's like
saying.
coming home. That's like bringing you getting caught fucking a prostitute and you telling your wife, nah, she has a vagina. It's the same as you. No, it's not. It's not. It's totally different.
That is
Totally
not
different.
a good
That
comparison
chick has
in any
herpes and
way.
costs $50, and you make me steak and cost me
My
my
wife
life.
might
Like,
have him more interested.
yeah, the fuck Taylor's
That's
the
not a
weight.
good comparison.
It's a perfect comparison.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry, Mrs. Self. That let me know if you need to talk to Taylor about that.
Wow.
Okay. So anyway, that was out of character that Dave was even entertaining someone else's ideas. I thought that was kind of amazing. And then at 17:15, he does he talks about running with his daughter. Has anyone ever heard him talk about his kids?
I've heard
Oh,
him
he
talk about the
tries
fact
to-
that he doesn't talk about his
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, that's what I've heard
Yeah.
as well. Like
The only story I've heard is like somebody hunting down his wife, basically, and that he'll never talk about his family again.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting right here. Okay, here we go.
In a November, January timeframe, and but they went for like 10 miles. Some of the boys actually went for 14 miles, but it was all uphill. 40 minutes in, we were briefed, go 50 minutes out and 50 minutes back. So they all took off and we stayed with them. 40 minutes in, we were all together, and then all of a sudden it got really steep, and these boys just took off. And my daughter actually took off, and it was cool. She's been on the team for about a month now.
Pause.
And
By take off means he fell behind. He couldn't keep up. They didn't take off. Like if everyone's running at 6 miles an hour and then you drop down to 3, they didn't take off. Meaning he slowed down and they ran on. Okay, go ahead.
for the summer, we ran together, and then I have not ran with her since she's been on the team. And she's now is officially faster than me. She had to wait for me. We turned around and we ran back, and that we ran a total of 10 miles. And going from like minimal running to 10 miles was a horrible idea.
Crazy. So two really at it. I can't believe he's entertaining people's suggestions for workouts for the games and talking about his family. I did either of you, did that pop up weird for either of you? Any of you?
The big family one for sure. Yeah.
He's a changed man, dude. He's a new man.
Corporate stooge. I mean, home from the military. I mean,
Did you see he took a question from Matt Souza?
about the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well played on his part. That was smart because now Matt's got to get over fucking truck 70 miles over to the ranch and plug in a new mic for him.
Take 2 seconds.
All right. I sent Colt Mertens a link. He didn't show up. Asshole.
Dave
He's
said that the
professional.
game site for 2024, he was there last week.
Oh, everybody go fucking look up where Dave was last week.
He was in Fort Worth.
Wow, was he really?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just-
You said that with such conviction. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, John
Yeah.
Young, dude.
I think
Okay.
That's what it's going to be, though. Where do you think it's going to be?
Oh, dude, Bone Media. We were
I
just
think it's
talking
gonna-
about you, bro.
Oh.
I do think it's going to be at Fort Worth also. I do think that because we heard that Brooke Wells has been saying that for a while. Bone Media for Pedro because it's probably like 3 a.m. and you need some coffee soon. Do not drink coffee.
Do you know what fucking time it is?
Bone Media.
It's
Bone, who's boning?
it's 7 minutes past 5 a.m. and I haven't been to sleep yet.
Oh, no.
You haven't been to sleep yet.
I got home at 11. No,
From what?
10.
Where'd you get home
From I'm in Madrid at the event.
Ah.
Got home and I was like, oh, I'll edit this vlog now. That'll only take about half an hour. Didn't. And then I was like, right, it's like 1:30 now or 1:30 now. Do I sleep now for 2 hours? Or do I finish this and stay awake and then sleep after? It'll surely be over by about 4:30. Event starts at 9 tomorrow. That'll be fine. It's now 5. I'm like, fuck it. I guess I just don't sleep now. It's like today.
Holy shit. Everyone go over to Coffee Pods and
Fucking
Wads.
God, thank you.
Coffee Pods and Wads. Give them a like or something. Something. Write in the comments something. Give them a like. We'll finish here. We're going to finish strong. By the way, Pedro is in Madrid reporting from there. Make sure you check out Coffee Pods and Wads, the YouTube channel. Let's pull up this Colton
Can I
Mertens,
actually just say? Can I
please.
actually just say one
Yes.
thing? Sorry.
Yes.
So
yes.
we've talked about this before, or I've heard you talk about it before about Noah and like the genuineness, and I've heard people question his genuineness, or I don't know what the fucking correct term for that is.
He's genuine.
I have never seen anything like him. So like at the event today, I was talking to him and I was talking to Chandler. So I had Noah on my show like fucking 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago it must have been. And
Braggart.
my daughter, it's relevant to the story. It's not just a name drop. My daughter was just about to start walking, and I was telling he was like asking about my family and stuff, at like messaging afterwards, and I said, my daughter's about to start walking, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, cool. And then he messaged me later and was like, oh, I want to send you a pair of shoes, like a pair of Nike. He was with Nike at the time. He's like, I want to send you a pair of shoes. I was like, oh, that's very kind. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to customize you a pair. And then he's not that nice because he was like, oh, it's costing me too much to send them to you, so I'm not doing that, but I'll get you a pair. And then he sent a pair of shoes for my daughter as well. And it was the first pair of shoes that she wore. And then today in Madrid, I went over, I was FaceTiming my wife and I said, oh, put Sloan on real quick. And I went over to him and I didn't preface it in any way at all. turned the phone around and he was like, "Oh, this is your girl that I bought the shoes for." And I hadn't mentioned it. We haven't talked about it in 3 years, 4 years, whatever. And then later on, after the last event, so they're after doing the double unders, the lifting and stuff, they're coming upstairs. You could hear downstairs people like chatting and stuff. I walked down the stairs. There's a queue of like 40 people waiting for Chandler and Noah. And Noah was talking to me and I was like, "Do you mind?" And he's like, "No, I never mind." He said, "The only time I mind is like right before I do something. I don't care if it's right after, like, you know, when I'm just starting warming up, I don't care." And then he needed to sign something. So he was talking to someone. Chandler kind of took his place talking to me. And Chandler was like, "My dad was a professional athlete. And he showed me the value of doing this. But Noah is the best I've ever seen, like the most giving. Like he will not by choice stop. Like he literally is pulled away. He's like, I've been doing it this weekend, but he's every time I've seen him, he actually has to be like told, no, we need to leave now because he has no time limit. Like usually a professional athlete says, okay, I'll stay, but like for 20 minutes. Whereas Noah's like, I'll stay till there's literally nobody left. And I just thought, I've heard a lot of people in comments and stuff like that say like, oh, he's fake or he's not, whatever. Like it is crazy. Like I don't understand how he's wired the way he's wired, but he is wired that way.
Noah's one of the only guys I won't talk shit about because he's such a good dude.
I'll decide whether Chandler's dad's a professional athlete or not.
Can I bring up a comment? It's crazy.
Yeah. Sarah, hi. Yeah, go ahead.
This is a tough one for me. What do you guys think?
I did very well in quarterfinals. Thank you very much.
What?
What happens first? Does John Young make it to the court?
With semifinals. If we're gonna be realistic about this, semifinals.
What happens first? John Young goes to the semifinals or Taylor to the games?
Quarterfinals, it says.
One of those already happened. So,
Sarah, thank you. Thank you very much. CA Peptides. If you go over to the subclip station, it's brought to you by, all those subclips are brought to you by CA Peptides. Everything's brought to you by CA.
They're both happening this year, right, Taylor?
Yeah, both this year.
So.
Was there? Oh, okay. So Colton Mertens shows up at the blah, 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 Southern California country, Iowa State, Nebraska pig competition, and the Marines are there, and they're having a pull-up contest. What's his belt buckle doing?
It's so unfunctional. Like it's literally doing nothing.
Hold on. Peter's got a problem with it. Go ahead.
Why is he dangling? What the fuck is his belt buckle doing?
Two things I noticed on it. His belt buckle, totally fucking irrelevant as a piece of clothing or an accessory. It doesn't even do anything. It's just sitting there. It's hanging.
You know what it does? You want to know what it does?
Yes. My
tells you you're a fucking cowboy, baby. He's got that gay best friend. He's fucking in the mountains, and that's how you know.
It's functional.
Colton Mertens, high as fuck on Swolverine, shows up at the Tri-State Rodeo. And here we go. He does trolls the fucking Marines there. Uh-oh, careful. Thank you. Here we go. Look at him. Those guys got to hold the rack. Don't we want to know how many he did?
It doesn't look like he did a ton.
I think he did 7 or 8.
His arms are like Popeye, his forearms.
like it cuts, right? But like it doesn't look like he did like a crazy amount.
He probably did like 20 something.
The fuck do you know? That sounds like something Taylor would say, John.
I think he
was up there for at least 120 reps. Look, his arms are 2 inches longer when he drops. Easy.
Yeah, and look, his belt buckle's dripping to the side too.
Yeah, it's
really nearly touch the ground. His fingers nearly drag on the ground.
I wonder what those guys think when he walks up. They're like, "Fuck,
no way, get the riser."
The riser.
They won't give you one either. If you ask for one, they're like, no.
If you can't jump up there and hang on, you don't get to try. That's hilarious. I fucking love that.
Said I wouldn't be able to do pull-ups there.
Wad Zombie, he did a pulling workout earlier in the day too. Of course he did. He did every kind of workout. By the way, you can get your Colton Mertens cards, although I think they might be sold out at Mint.
Get those on eBay.
At minttradingcards.com. Is that the website? Mint something. Minttradingcards.com. They just got a new one. They got Alex Gazan.
They got James Sprague now.
Dude, isn't he an Abercrombie and Fitch athlete now?
No, that's JR.
No, the guy
Oh.
standing behind you in your wedding pictures and
What is-
Abercrombie and
American Eagle.
It's
10
American
inches
Eagle.
of dick in your ass kind of
Oh
guy.
shit! Could have been Spencer's for all I knew. Different
Atlantic?
store, same thing. Yeah, they sell like dildos
Back
and
at
shit.
Spencer's where they sold like the weird stuff. Yeah.
What is
When you were talking
Spencer's?
about pro cards, all I was thinking was
mint trading?
these are the only pro cards I want.
Yeah, dude. Hey, look, this is your pro card, bro.
Congratulations, Colton. You are a
Show
pro.
that.
Here's
Just
your
show that
card.
to
We're a
CrossFit
fucking
people.
pro,
Yeah.
baby. Fritch, Abercrombie, and Bitch.
Dude,
All right,
Vince Smith looks like he's going Super Saiyan.
Hey, click
And-
on the James Sprague one. You can see my big ass forehead in the background.
Dude, he should have signed with Psycho Bunny.
Oh, wow. Look at you, Halpin. You are back there.
Oh shit, you've got a pro
Made it.
card, Halpin.
I've made it, guys.
Oh, I do want to. I
have my
do
own
want
pro
to.
card.
I do want to show you guys one thing real quick. Can you go to Vindicate? I do want to show you one thing that came today that I actually wore, and I
me
can't
go to
believe
your
how much
page.
I like it. Taylor, you would love these actually.
Love what?
I wasn't sure if I was going to say how much I like these because I can't tell if they were sent for my wife or for me. But I wore them, and I loved them. He has shorts now. Vindicate has shorts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about those spandex with the hole right in the thigh that you wear. all the
No,
time.
no,
That's
those
a
aren't
strap.
spandex. Those
Oh,
are fucking long johns. Oh no, those aren't the shorts I got.
They make you look like a weird arts teacher.
Those aren't the shorts I got. Okay, maybe they don't sell the shorts they sent me.
Oh, I have a
got that.
pair. You know why? Because they sent a pair to Brian too. Travis sent a pair to Brian, and I had to fucking get a hand-me-down pair from Brian.
Dude, no, but it's not those.
It's not the. I know it's not those. I
Did
have
you-
the shorts that you're talking about. They're like the cloth shorts.
Dude, I saw those. I'm like, he's
Yep.
fucking an idiot if he thinks I'll wear these. And I put them on today because they were threw them on my bed. They are fucking. Did you like them?
Yeah, I wear them. I wear them as like my at-home shorts. That's all I wear.
Yeah,
Right here.
I would.
Those are
Yeah, they're the
brutal.
most incredible shorts ever. I don't see
think
them.
those are them. Those
They're
aren't
not
them.
on the site. Oh, go to outerwear, Caleb. No, I have those. Those are too hot for me. I overheat in those sweats. I put those sweats on. I fucking went to 1,000 degrees.
Oh, I think those are them. Rest day shorty.
Yeah, I don't have the camo. Mine are insane
Oh,
though.
look, yep. No. Oh, he
No.
got that color. I wanted to. That's
I have
the color
those.
Yep, same.
And dude, don't judge a book by its cover. Those are so crazy.
They are short though. They're shorty. Let me
They
tell
are
you.
short. Yeah,
If I
yeah,
squat, my dick hangs out.
yeah.
My dick's
mine
not that
too.
big.
Mine, no, I can't say that. But yeah, I do agree with you. Yeah, they will hang out. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, look at Big Baka. They are the best shorts. Yeah, it's crazy. Who
God,
is
that
that?
looks like she's in the Sevan studio. It is you.
Yeah, what
It's
the
you.
fuck is going on with that picture? That picture is scaring me.
That is so.
Don't ever pull it. Block her or him or whatever.
Them. They them.
Taylor's got a tuna can.
Dude, I'm at 2 inches around. A chode.
So.
Dude. Yeah, but if I wasn't circumcised, it would look a lot bigger.
There you go. On the
They all said.
uncircumcised.
That's what they all say.
Also, if you want a CEO, I'm trying to get this guy Travis over at Vindicate. Oh, have you seen this?
I was just thinking -7 inches, but the first 5 are foreskin.
I just want to show you guys. I just want to show you guys this really quick. Do you guys know about this? The 3-breasted woman?
What
Whoa.
the fuck? It has 0 following, dude. That's not real.
No, it is real.
No, it's not.
Yeah, live call-in show tomorrow. 3-breasted woman. I swear to God, it's real.
Is she gonna FaceTime? Because I don't believe in enticing things.
It's peptides. She got on CA peptides and she grew
She's kidding,
a
bro.
third breast. No, I want to show you this.
She got the mammary pack. On
What in the total recall is this?
how nice. How nice is this? How nice is this shirt? Yeah.
If you had a third titty, it'd be a bit nicer.
Yeah. CEO jerseys coming soon. That
How
is
long-
a nice jersey.
How long did it take you to
That's what he
Photoshop your
said.
arms?
Those are JR's arms. I put
That's
on.
like a 30-minute workout for him.
You look
He's
really
been
fucking good
jerking
in
both
that,
his
man.
dicks off for 20
I
minutes.
haven't
He's
even
all
actually
pumped
worked
up.
out yet. I just threw the phone to my kid and fucking looked at him and flexed. And then Travis said, wear that shirt on the show. But after I worked out, that thing smelled horrible.
You look
That
like
thing holds stank like Halpin holds venereal diseases. Okay. Great show. Anyone else? John Young, you didn't say much. Was there anything you want to say before we leave?
Dude, this was a bad show because John didn't get angry.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I tried
What
to
was there
ramp
for me to
him
get
up.
angry about?
I got angry. Fuck, dude.
I know.
Couldn't even get John angry.
Do they come in more than kid sizes? Dickhead.
What size are those shoes you got, Sevan? Like a 7?
Those are an 8. Those shoes. Hey, the Born Primitive shoes are legit. I'll post more pictures on my Instagram. They're legit.
The
They're
Born
legit.
Primitive shoes?
Yes.
Are you
Dude,
high? Did you smoke
dude.
that bag of weed in your room?
Nope.
Dude, those Born Primitive shoes are not legit. That's like you saying Skechers are legit. Are they sponsoring the show? Do you have to say that?
They sent them to him.
Oh, so he wants them to.
Oh, I thought he was getting the shoes.
Yeah, show me the shoes, bro. Okay, we get it. We get it. Who is sending you that?
That's
Hey.
lettuce.
Yeah. Hey,
Show me the shoes.
I put them right. I opened the box. I put them right next to the Nano 2s. They look identical to the Nano 2s. I put them on. I wore them all day yesterday, longer than I ever wear shoes. My feet felt amazing. The tongue never once slid to the side like the dumbass Nanos. Never. The shoelaces are amazing. They're wide as fuck. It's the best shoe. It's the best shoe.
No.
Yep. You have some?
No,
Dude, let me
these are
see 'em.
rads. They're
Let
the
me see
actual
'em.
best.
Rads are sick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
about to get? I want to get some of those Innovate like barefoot or the
Oh.
Vibram barefoot.
Oh.
Sevan, you wear toe shoes.
Listen,
Don't roll your fucking eyes at me, dude.
listen.
Do you wear those glove things? Like
Yeah,
the
he
glove-
wears fucking those trash
Oh.
panda shoes, dude, so he can pick shit up with his feet.
No. Listen.
You do.
Listen. I got real
finger?
feet. I got feet that aren't none of my toes are like this. All my toes are like
Oh,
separated.
my toes are like this.
Yeah, well then you use Nike Metcon.
You wear those
all
like
day.
rainbow toe socks?
All day. Nike Met. I could wear those. Would be perfect for me. The ones
I
where
thought so.
each toe gets its own little sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you wipe back to front?
That picture, man.
Sevan wears a G-string.
That is crazy.
I don't want to hate on rads, but I bet you I can't wear rads. I bet you the toe box is too narrow.
No,
I actually
definitely
found-
not.
no,
I
'cause
have
I-
some hobbit feet that like go like that, and I wear rads.
Well, then you would love the Born Primitive shoes. I'm fucking telling you,
But
dude.
they're just such a born like BP. Like, what's the logo on the side? BP. It just sounds like a petroleum company. Like that's what I think about. I think about gasoline. I'm not gonna wear that.
You wear them and it just
And Tier, I don't like Tier
oil
either.
into the
Tier suck,
Caribbean.
dude. I have a
Makes
pair
you
that
want
are,
to
like,
cry.
running
You start to
shoes.
get a tear every time. Oh, I can't wear tear either. I tried.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Oh.
like them so bad. They hurt my feet.
The
and
tier
they do hurt.
runners, the tier runners are really nice. I like them.
No, dude.
Do you have
they-
pointy
I like
feet like this? Do you have pointy feet like this?
You know what
Did
the
it
tier
kill
runners
your
remind me of?
Achilles?
Those jester shoes that curl up at the top.
These
That's how
ones
they
don't,
feel,
dude.
dude.
These ones don't. They don't curl up like that. I'm not talking about the yellow ones. And maybe it's an old model, but the
Dude,
ones-
Taylor. Sorry, John. Taylor's input is the name of the shoe. That's what Taylor's input is. I don't care how it fits. I don't like the name. I like rad. I like Hot Wheels and shoes that are called rad. What the fuck you mean, Taylor's input?
You have a man bun, dude. You have gender dysphoria.
I
You're
do.
telling me-
What
what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm I'm annoyed at myself that I've started to bring this up because he's asking me to say something, and I kind of thought we'd move beyond that. Wad Zombie paid for a commentary on, we never read it out. He said, "Can Pedro say a phrase?" So I'll just read the phrase. Tia, fuck. This is my purple burglar alarm.
Your what?
My purple burglar alarm.
Wow.
Tia tears into tears. Fuck. Tia tears into tears.
Wow.
That's a hard one. Sevan, can you
That
say
is
that
hard.
one?
Tia tears into tears.
Tia tears into tears.
Boom.
Oh, so it's
he
just me
sounded-
then.
He sounded
Fuck.
good too.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Tia tears into tears. That's for
That was
Taylor.
good.
That's the-
That
Wow.
was good.
You got a
the
great
classic
Irish accent.
Yeah, I've been practicing it for 34 years.
Authority Warriors.
Anyway, if you want wide shoes, I'm telling you, those fucking guys aren't paying me. I wouldn't have reviewed them if I thought they were ass. Anyone
I
else
want
want
some
a
of the
pair?
new Vibrams though.
I'll take a pair.
Me too.
A pair of what?
The new Vibrams. If Born Primitive wants, if you guys want to send me a pair of the new Vibrams.
Out?
I'm not giving out anything. I was asking if anyone else has worn the Born Primitive.
Oh.
You said not anyone else wants some. That's why I said I.
Yeah, I thought you were giving shoes out. Man.
Oh no! If you want some, go to the website and pay your fucking money.
And in the comment section
Like you
say, Sevan sent me, you should sponsor his show.
Yes. Hey, I'll tell you, the Victos are good shoes too. The Victos Core and the Nano 2. Those are the only 3 shoes I can wear.
Victos Core. Are those like Vibram?
No, I'll show you.
Let me see.
Are you talking about the toe shoes?
Dude, if
No.
you buy your wife a pair of BP, she's gonna send your ass back to the fucking store to return them. She's gonna be like, "What are you trying to put on my feet?" You're gonna be like that one athlete that's sponsored by Skechers. Did you get those at a Payless shoe source?
You get those shoes at the toilet store?
Shit,
Yeah,
I hope that
literally. Those are
maybe
the Uggs CVS.
maybe Victos doesn't sell the Core one anymore. I mean, that would suck. Let's see.
That's probably why my nuts
They
are
sell
out
it
all the
right
time.
there.
This shoe right here. This is
They have
a
two colors now, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like that looks like something like you would wear a tracksuit with that. If you're
crazy, but that's the exact same bottom as the Nano and the Born Primitive. That's it. Except this shoe right here, man, you after a month you'll fucking whittle it down to nothing.
really.
Yeah, it just goes so quick, but they're dope.
No.
If you have wide feet, man, that's the shoe. Don't get the Core 2 though. They're heavy. I mean, they fit nice. They're just heavy and bulky.
Okay, so fucking Vivo Barefoot Modus.
Let me see your rads. Can you pull rads up? I want to see what the fuck Taylor's all excited about. Rad shoes.
Dude, they're the best.
it's the
They're the
first
best
one.
CrossFit
Yep.
shoe I've ever worn.
Click on the
They
web.
have-
review.
They also have the best
Yeah, so-
marketing. Like the best.
Their marketing is insane, for sure.
unbelievably good.
But that's the best CrossFit shoe I've ever worn.
Are you
For
kidding
running,
me? Look at
for
that
running,
sole. Are you
For
kidding
running,
me?
squatting, rope climbs, all of it. All of
You
it.
come, dude. Those
That's
look
fake.
like Skechers. Those look like
No,
those
the-
marshmallow shoes, those moon
No,
shoes
the-
that Reebok put
The
out.
sole-
You're
the sole
70.
doesn't go
You
as
don't know
high
what's
as the black
cool right
goes.
now, Sevan. You don't know what's cool, bro.
The sole doesn't go as high as the black goes in the
Go to the
Like,
green. No, you're
the
picking
so-
the shittiest colors. Thank you.
this.
Say-
Sole
That's
doesn't
your
go as high
color?
as
Yeah,
the-
that's a
Oh
sick
my
color.
god!
It looks like a Kawasaki dirt bike, Caleb.
Dude, it looks
Shut
like a
up.
Hot Wheel from like
Shut up,
2004.
Yeah, I'll go with I don't know when I see Taylor wearing those on the moon.
Okay, well, you guys take your little bit of fashion. All right.
Yeah, pointy toe. Those I couldn't wear those. I couldn't wear
No,
those.
they don't have a pointy toe. It's
Well, I'm just telling you, that's what it looks like right there.
Go onto their Instagram and look at their marketing sometime because it's
It's
fucking
great marketing.
next level.
Eat a dick, Chugs. I might not have any sense of fashion, but I know
This
that
guy-
all the fucking cool people in CrossFit are wearing rads. Danielle Brandon wears rads. She's cool as shit.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got.
I don't think Hopper wears Rads. He wears Nikes.
Not for long.
Taylor sounds like a guy who loves Code Red Mountain Dew.
It's Marlboro
Thank you
Red.
everyone for watching the show. Another great show, epic show. I'll be here tomorrow morning, even though my kids have a jiu-jitsu tournament. They don't start till 11:30, so you will see me, and the show will be featuring a 3 best breasted woman.
Like, is she on it?